Hello.
Re-examination. Welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Oh, empty chair.
Oh my God, Tyler.
Yeah, where'd Tyler
Put your shirt on, Tyler.
Get the fuck out of here. You're causing problems.
Is that the oversized Canadian?
yelling at the dog?
Well, you did him a huge favor by taking away his last name to save him the shame of having to identify with his opening.
Everything.
Welcome.
Hi.
Quick,
Oh,
screenshot him. You can give him any background you want.
Wait.
Yeah, you're up. Hey.
I don't think he realizes he's
How
on.
can you?
Welcome to
Okay.
live.
Okay, hold on. I'll be back. No, all my shit's fucked up.
Okay.
Canadian Terminator.
be back.
That's how he says
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
I'll be back, eh? You know, gotta save Sarah Connor for the future.
Jungle sends in 10 to say 8 from the left, though, is the sexiest fighter character you've ever had the pleasure of designing. And I know you loved every second of it. No pause, brother. Ah, shit. That's his character he's talking about. 8 from the left.
No,
Oh, shit.
they all look good, and you can see all of them. They're cool.
Yeah, the upgraded version of them is looking really good. All right, I just bring him back up. And then I see we got 2 more fighters to bring in. Bring them in. Bring them up.
Brutality. Get over here! You will never win. This is verbal combat!
God, Jesus
Average
fuck.
female debater, welcome to the show.
Hello. Good to see everyone.
Dogs, welcome to the show. Let's fucking go.
Yo, let's fucking do this.
Let's go.
Friday.
I like it.
Hi, dogs.
Hello, Fred.
And
Hello, everybody.
AVG. Hello.
Hello.
Why do I look so red? What was my name? So I heard you were saying
Because
that
you're
apparently my
Canadian.
name was there.
Well,
Tyler,
it had your last name there, so I took it off so that
Why did
because like I don't know if you give
Most
your
communist
last name.
countries emphasize red, so only
I
fits.
don't know. I don't know what's.
Mhm.
I just put it. I had to put in a new motherboard. My new motherboard finally came in. So
That's
I
actually
spent
funny.
the past, 2 hours.
That's funny because
I'm
that's
so red.
that's
What
the
the?
truth to that.
Danny, you zoom in on that maple leaf. There's a little hammer and sickle. I'm telling you.
My head's covering.
Call me red.
The green
Oh my
sheet was good, though. We liked the green sheet and the black chair. That was good.
Yeah, you're both Jimmy yelling.
It's much better looking than your face. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yours
true.
is red with the green
Shots
sheet.
fired.
pew pew.
Oh, we got
Literally.
another fighter to bring up.
Whoa.
Welcome to verbal combat! This is verbal combat! This is verbal combat! Brutality. Get over here! You will never win. This is verbal combat!
Jungle, the legend. Welcome to the show.
What's up? Bleep, 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 and bleep, bleep, bleep.
What's up, G-Man?
Let's fucking go. Look at this lineup for the night. I like it. Nice start to the night. I like it. I like it. Let me before we get a 1v1 in, let's see where everyone stands on this one. This is the first topic I wanted to bring up tonight, only because I heard two people arguing about it yesterday. Churches should have to pay taxes.
No. Look, please, no.
But
I'm
why?
gonna say no. I don't want the government and church. I don't want the church and the government.
Yeah, so
No.
if anything, the fact that churches don't pay taxes would actually separate them completely from the government because they're not even paying into the taxpaying pool.
Exactly.
Well, that's not the separation they want, though. You know that.
That's a little different. Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I know somebody on this panel that's definitely gonna argue the opposite, but he likes gold. He likes gold and rainbows.
I feel targeted. What's with this racism? Okay, just because I'm the foreigner on panel. Okay, this is unbelievable.
Our leprechaun guy.
I'm still waiting for an adequate reason why, gentlemen.
White. Should he?
It's a position I heard you take before. That's all.
Look at your avatar, for crying out loud.
You're gonna have to meet Lucky Charms.
What the fuck? Oh, you all wake up and said, this is the roast of Teriyaki day. Fridays, it's gonna roast Teriyaki. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable.
I don't want to hear nothing about being roasted. We all fucking took our share of roasting.
Fucking boomer. You're
I'm
muted.
gonna take a completely different perspective. How about nobody pays any taxes? We just live off the tariffs.
Hey, there we go.
Don't worry,
I
that
like
host
that
is
idea.
muted
I'm
again.
with
Tax the
you.
world.
Yeah, I was talking on mute. I know. It wouldn't be wouldn't be my stream if I didn't do it. But so is Teriyaki the only one on the other side here right now?
He's saying yes, or
No, he's.
Oh, I thought he said yes. I thought.
I'm
No,
just
he
talking
said
shit.
no.
I'm not gonna lie,
I
Izzy. I'm
threw
just
it
talking
out
shit
there
for the
because-
moment.
He wants to
Oh, it's
outsource
just the time.
taxation to
there's-
outside the citizenry somehow.
I
Nobody
threw it out
that's on
there.
the side that churches should have to pay taxes.
He made an argument for it once before this came up somewhere.
Okay.
That's why I said that. Forget
no,
it. It's
I don't
irrelevant.
think you want
I've taken this side just cause before, and there is arguments for it. How about this then? Drugs ought to be legalized.
No.
Oh shit.
No.
Yes.
No. I'll be in a world of hurt.
Okay, as an American,
I
ladies and
live in a
gentlemen,
state that did that.
do we
It-
not believe that the Second Amendment is a constitutional right?
Listen here, you Tennessee hillbilly.
Hey, I'm from Materville, Tennessee, brother.
Yeah.
I'm asking about the Constitution.
Well, the
Right.
right to-
If because it'll take me too long to say this, right? If you are a responsible gun owner, the government has no right to take your shit from you. But if you're a responsible drug user, why shouldn't I be able to walk in the chemistry? Why do I have to get all this fucking adjudication bollocks?
simple.
Right? If I'm actually well versed in drugs, why the fuck can't I go in and experience mushrooms or whatever the fuck?
Real simple. Because guns save way more lives, innocent lives, than they take.
Yeah, good luck
Okay,
shooting your drugs at
I'm
a
going to pull the trump card. Okay, talking about that bill about the psychedelics that Trump passed. Think about the amount of vets that have PTSD that could be cured with psilocybin, and y'all motherfuckers sitting here on your high horses saying, no, we're not allowed to
Y'all
use
motherfuckers.
anything with drugs because drugs is just recreational.
That's a little
Don't you
different. That's
put
for
it
med-
in your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you stuff it in your face. Don't stuff it in your face. So it might look good to eat. So it might look good to eat. And it might look good to taste. And it might look good to taste. You could get sick. Ick. Real quick. Ick. Real sick. Real ick. Don't you put it in your mouth.
Oh,
that's official.
Shout out for the Cash App. Shout out for the Cash App.
Oh,
now
but
only
my
if you're
thing
Canadian will you understand that commercial.
I'll get it later.
Now you need the one. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs with a frying pan.
I I have a question about this question. Does this include medical marijuana and recreational marijuana?
All drugs.
Schedule 1? No.
So here's the
Yeah,
thing.
but medical is different. If you're
No, it's
saying
not.
legalized, medical is different. That would make it like just like a prescription drug.
Like in
For
Nevada,
medical research, I
But
say
It says drugs.
marijuana
Gotta be
is
careful reading them prompts, boys.
So my complaint about this: if all drugs were legalized, how many people would have died of fentanyl the last 3 years compared to what have already?
So I would actually argue the
Oh.
fact that things are unregulated, full out, that people are getting spiked things that are causing them to die. So if it was actually regulated and controlled, that stuff would actually be limited, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Look at prohibition. Okay, yeah, we had some crime, some mobsters shooting each other. But you really think the
Capone.
other side of the coin is a better outcome?
We're not necessarily saying that alcohol is good, right? But it's a much better scenario if it was legalized. Same way, we're
Literally,
not saying that drugs are good. We're just saying it's better if it's legalized.
Literally,
I don't-
alcohol serves no benefit, none whatsoever, except that I rip my shirt off and I get naked sometimes. Like that's a wash most of the time. I think
You go
drugs,
street- you go
like
street
actual,
to
I
Brilliant.
hate when you're on my side, Tyler. I hate when you're on my side. you are legit, I'm making this classy legal argument, all this kind of shit, and you're just like coming in here saying I rip my shirt off sometimes. What the
Well,
fuck is going on?
is that what you want? Because that's what happens when too
No.
much.
That's not the image I want the audience to be
You know
thinking.
what happens to me? I've gotten drunk plenty of times and I never ripped my clothes off.
Well, see,
Well,
like,
I would
only
say, yeah.
whenever I
Never
smoke
mind.
weed,
Not
I
gonna
just
say that.
ran into a wall when I was playing Counter Strike. That's all I did. So I'm not ripping my clothes off when I'm running into walls in Counter Strike. So
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we do not want to legalize addicts. We want to legalize responsible drug users. Simple
But
as.
you could literally drink yourself to death, and no one could. So I could literally drink
Yeah.
all the booze in my house and kill me. And it's
Hater, shut the
100%
fuck
legal.
up. You are shooting us so hard in the foot. I'm putting an argument forward that they don't have a counter for.
Imagine a nation where everybody is drinking themselves into oblivion. Isn't that wonderful?
No, but that's
You know what I'm
Oh.
saying?
Or
saying-
slapping it on in there, slapping it on in there and.
What I'm saying is that
Slapping it on in there.
literally serves no purpose.
Hey, I was trying to be a
Alcohol
YouTube friend.
is
We all know.
totally okay, but drugs that we've seen, things like psilocybin or LSD or MDMA, have actually helped people and rewired thinking, has stopped issues like PTSD and things like that. Hell, we used to use cocaine in medical settings to help people. Those
Used to-
actually,
I
serve a
mean,
benefit.
It used to be in Coca-Cola too.
Once it's
But-
actually legalized in an area, the usage increases. For instance, it was
Yep.
legalized in
Yep.
Canada, right, some time ago, and ever since, the cannabis usage in Canada has increased modestly year by year.
Same by my
Look
It
at the
actually went
negative
from
results in
14.8
Colorado.
prior to legalization to 22.
Yeah,
And you
but
can't
how many
really
people were
compare-
actually saying on yes,
So-
government, I was
You're-
doing drugs
So
illegally.
here's my cantle here. Here's my cantle. I do believe there are medical uses for these things that could be obtained and used in those purposes that might benefit certain people, but to make recreational use overall legalized, that's the line there that like you're getting into
90% of the population that
and
like
I
let's say-
live in a state. I live in a state that they literally did legalize recreational use of all drugs, and it fucking destroyed our state. Okay, we're still
Like,
recovering from
Which
this.
state is that?
when you look at mushrooms
Colorado?
or mushrooms and psychedelics are different because you can't really
God
abuse those
damn.
on a daily basis. You can't abuse those on a daily basis. They're not. Your brain isn't wired to do
All
that.
right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, just like your body is not meant to shoot up fentanyl.
Okay, boys, if we're getting rid of all of it, we're getting rid of all of it. So we have to throw out the Beatles, Pink Floyd, because they used LSD. We have to get rid of David Bowie, Black Sabbath,
Just
Oasis,
because there
and
was
the Rolling
unethical-
Stones. Ah, they use cocaine now.
No,
They use cocaine.
Just
And we
because
got to get rid of
just
Alice in
because
Chains,
unethical
Nine Inch
means
Nails.
we're using
Roddy's
it,
not
doesn't
supposed to
mean
handle
that-
it.
doesn't
Doesn't
mean
mean
I
it's
see.
benefit
You bring up the
from
music.
thing.
You bring up the music, and they start shouting. Okay. Go ahead, Rex. Go ahead.
Okay, just because there was unethical methodology on the discovery of the establishment of a thing does not mean that we cannot benefit from the thing itself. And now that we are apart from the unethical methodology of arriving at our goal, that's different.
In order to create one experience, you must experience that experience. You can't learn to swim by reading a fucking book.
Okay,
What
most
the hell?
most of our medical advancements were based on things that were unethical practices in the past, right? But you had to break a few eggs to make that omelet, unfortunately. And it doesn't, just because we use unethical practices in that past to do that, doesn't mean that going forward, now that we have better practices, we have to throw out those things because they had unethical bases in the past.
Okay, so
Like
let
right
me
now,
give you
like
a
right now,
proposal.
I can do zero drugs and still make progressive rock if I want to.
Teriak,
Yeah, so
that's like
in-
the abortion argument. You're making the
Gentlemen,
abortion
let me
argument.
put forward the Teriak proposal, okay?
You made the
That,
abortion
like,
argument.
as a responsible drug user, you can get a license in certain areas where you pass the test and say, like,
Boy.
look, I know my shit
Got
about
a
this
license
particular,
for
say,
those
mushrooms.
jobs.
This is how you grow mushrooms. This is how you take care of it, all this kind of shit. And you get this license, and then basically when you walk into the chemist, you're just kind of like, yeah, like I'm just picking up my regular thing. Because there are certain areas, like for example, everybody would go mad about like speed and all this kind of shit. We're giving that shit to children already with ADHD apparently and all this kind of shit. But there is like actual like famous mathematician who had a bet like that's what he would take to actually produce more content in terms of his mathematics. So like scientific breakthroughs and all this kind of stuff, not just in music, but also in the scientific region. Like they
What
do
about
take
heroin?
certain uppers, let's say. You know what I mean?
What about
So when you
heroin?
talk about like the logical aspect to it, like there are plenty of drugs out there that actually have a use, not just as much as that. Like we could use the clear example with the PTSD from the likes of psilocybin and the effects on that. Trump literally passed an executive order like encouraging more avenues towards this, the right to try and all this kind of stuff as well. So in terms of like the actual argument of a responsible drug user, it does not seem that you guys have a counter.
But that's medical studies.
That's
That's
medical
medical
recreation.
studies.
That's what I was saying.
Responsible drug use.
Yeah, using it for PTSD.
Yeah,
and-
so
and
you
I'm not
agree,
saying it's
Pseudo?
always- it's
You
always gonna
want to
work.
legalize responsible drug use?
No, I'm saying I
This
just
guy.
don't think legalizing it for recreational use. Okay, even mushrooms. Let's say you just legalize them, right? Put regulations on them, just like you do alcohol.
Responsible.
You can't. Yeah, but there's no way to regulate that. Okay, you cannot test. You cannot test for psilocybin. It's almost impossible. Drug dogs can't even be trained to sniff for it. They can tell mushrooms, which is like portobellas, the shit you throw in your grill, or no mushrooms. That's it. 90% of the population, if I had to pick a number, like just these kids that are smoking weed, if you just give them a high dose of psychedelics, they can't handle it. You got kids that are winding up in the ER from getting stoned too high on freaking weed because the THC percentage is too high, with suicidal thoughts, and actually like there's evidence that it actually leads to suicide, increase in suicide.
Yeah,
Forget about-
I'm plenty sure you like have the whole kind of list off here and all this kind of shit. I get that, but in terms of like bringing the kids and all this kind of shit, it's like to say it's impossible to regulate would be farcical, because we have plenty of regulations on plenty of different industries, including alcohol. So the
I'm not
arguments that
saying
you're
it's
making could literally
impossible.
be used against alcohol.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but I
Fuck,
think
I'm
there's
yelling
more-
at myself. The issue is that because it's not regulated, people are getting spike doses. That's why we're having overdose deaths, because people aren't getting the actual dosages. They're getting like, they're spiked. So they're not, they actually have no idea what they're getting until they overdose. So
I actually know two people. I mean, I didn't know them, but my family, I distantly know two different people who have died from fentanyl. I didn't know them, but my family members know two separate people that were adults who died of fentanyl. One thing thought they were taking a pain med,
Mhm.
And the other one, I don't know what she thought she was doing, but yeah, no regulation for, fentanyl. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
notice he's bringing up drugs like mushrooms because there's a lot of studies that show benefits as far as treating PTSD. You have stage 4 cancer patients, terminally ill, that really freak out at the fact that they know their life is going to end. They take a therapeutic session with somebody in the room that's a guide to help them through the experience. They take mushrooms, and all of a sudden they're okay with it. I get that. I consider that medical research.
Yeah.
We're not talking about fentanyl and heroin. There's so many
drugs.
bad drugs out there.
That's drugs.
You do realize like heroin is a lesser form of morphine that like
And you know,
everybody takes if they
coffee
broke
is
their
a
leg.
drug,
and all
Heroin
this kind of
is
shit.
not a lesser form of morphine. Heroin is 50 times stronger than morphine.
And you know, coffee
medical
is a drug,
grade.
right? Coffee is a drug. Should
Yeah.
we outlaw that?
Yeah, it's a stimulant. Nicotine's a drug also. I get it.
So there you go. Where do you want to draw the line? Like, is it just a threshold fucking fallacy now?
You're talking about
Like here's an interesting question, Pseudo. Like, how do you differentiate between a poison and a drug?
how many people die from
Dosage.
opiate
No, it's
opiate
the-
overdoses versus nicotine
Quantity.
It's the
nicotine
dosage.
overdoses.
A drug is what I want to legalize. A poison is what I don't want to legalize.
But
Basically.
everything's a poison. Like,
Time for 1v1.
A 1v1 has been requested. And this one also has a requested forced topic. Like, obviously, if you guys are both not willing to take or not on opposite sides or not willing to take the opposite side, we'll find something else. But student loan debt should be federally alleviated.
Like the government should just forgive all student loan debt, presumably.
Yeah, I think that's basically what the prompt is here. Yeah.
Fuck, you're killing me easy. You're killing me.
Um,
I think I could make it.
Not me. It's not me. It's a forced one. It's a forced one. It's not me. But I get it. Like I always warn people when it comes to 1v1s with a forced topic that you might not get it because there's just certain topics nobody wants to take.
I mean, I can make an argument against that. I can take the negative on it. I don't think it should be federally alleviated.
What are you thinking, Teriak? Want a different
I
one?
can make the argument for. Let's go, baby. Let's give him a
Alright.
bit of spice. Let's give him a bit of spice.
Okay,
We've
all
been
right.
doing it since December, was it, Teriyaki? Yeah, I think so.
All right. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Chat. This is how this goes here. Let me make sure there was no added time for this one. Yeah, no added time yet. Anyway, so chat, this right here. Okay, this goes to 5 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Yeah, notifications everywhere. Hold up. Okay, we got 3 minutes added. Hold up. So this one's actually starting at 8 minutes. So chat, we're starting at 8 minutes. If you want to add on a minute, it is $10 to add a minute. It is $60 if you want to be the solo judge. And if we don't get a solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you. Let's get it.
All right.
Shit, I'm asking a lot here. I'm in the affirmative, so I guess I got to make my case. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, right? Is the duty of the nation not that of education? You know what I'm saying? See where it rhymes? And like I said, in terms of like one of the key things that you cannot allow fall victim to the pitfalls of capitalism is your education system. Because this is what we see in terms of the colleges now, that in terms of the people with degrees that we've seen like come out of college, like they cannot even formulate logical arguments. They always make fallacious arguments, and then even when it's pointed out that they have contradictions, they still just power through. Andrew has done this numerous times on whatever podcast. Plenty of these like empowered women with their college degrees and all this kind of shit. Like the education system is flawed. So the only way for the nation to take back that is to say, well, like the system is inevitably like the state's problem, meaning we have to take back control over this and right the ship, so to speak, which means you are going to have to take on the debt of that. But on the flip side to it, when you look at what Trump's moves are, especially with the Bitcoin strategic reserve, it looks like America's not only going to be able to do that, but wipe out the whole national debt as well. So with that hypothetical in place, would you not agree, ladies and gentlemen, that we should alleviate the student loan debt and just say we own this bitch now?
Hilarious point. My opponent says, look, the education system is flawed. People come out with inadequate education. Women get useless degrees. Oh my gosh. You know what we should just do is just pay off their loans so they can get even more useless education. Hilarious. Did you know that a student loan is probably the first example of financial responsibility a person will have? What my opponent's proposition will set out to do is encourage more people to get useless degrees that they won't even use. And they'll just keep going and going and going, adding to the federal debt, the debt that the taxpayers, ladies and gentlemen, are going to have to pay. It's a hilarious proposition. We should be encouraging more people to be responsible with their education, not get stupid courses on dance theory or musical art.
Okay, Paige, wrap it up. I gave you a minute. You gave me a minute.
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
right. So
That's
in
my
terms
point.
of like, in terms of owning the system, that means that you would own, inevitably, as a federal government, would have to take on that liability. That's how business works. So if we all agree that the duty of a nation is for education, like there's no way like you're going to let your education system become a capitalist system. It has to be socialized and government have to have control over it. But that does not necessarily mean that we just like continue on the LGBT and all this kind of shit. Course must be righted, the national identity must be returned, the line must rise again, etc., etc. And that's what Trump's basically doing. But education, family, all these backbones, like these like that's what government should be limited to in terms of this government spending. As a nationalist, as a Republican, I dare say, ladies and gentlemen.
You're shifting the goalpost. You're saying, okay, the prompt is whether or not the federal government should alleviate debt. It's not whether or not they should alleviate debt and then take control of what degrees people get. You're shifting the prompt entirely. You're trying to create a new caveat to make excuses for your shitty proposition.
If the government buys it, they take on the debt.
That's not the prompt. The prompt is whether or not the government should alleviate student loan debt. At the start, we agreed that would mean that they would forgive the loans. That doesn't mean that they now have the authority to determine who goes against
that'd be a tool to use. Like that's going to be an inevitable like counter argument. It's the same thing that like, for example, the abortionists, they'll say like, oh, like we'll get rid of abortion if you force men to look after their kids, and like all the conservatives like, yeah, that's exactly what
that
we
would
want.
be a different prompt. That would be a different prompt. The question is not whether or not the government could do that and then also institute a system of power. The question is whether or not the government should alleviate all the debt.
But in order for the government to take back the education and have it like a state-run education based on like proper principles, like teaching them logic, teaching them mathematics, teaching them like core essentials to like for competent citizenry. You know what I mean? Like the state necessarily has to like control that industry. So in terms of like the debt, they would have to take on that debt. In terms of forgiving that debt, that's how you convince these motherfuckers to go back and actually learn a proper education.
Yeah, that's not the prompt. Because if we're going to go down that road, then we're going to have to say what programs is the government going to allow and not allow? Is it going to allow women to go to school at all? In this proposed circumstance?
I'll explain real quick, because the core essence or principle is that like the nation has to be like the bearer of debt for that nation, and as a way to prove that principle, the nation would like effectively wipe out the debt, but they would reset the education system to competency. You learn them like trade skills, for example, learn them mathematics and straight like mathematics as well, like none of the shit where it's like they start telling like stories and all this kind of shit, like straight up like budgeting, all this kind of shit, because that's another problem with the modern day persons as well. And when you look at the aspect of like as a capitalist, you cannot let for like China or Russia or like Iran start controlling your education. That is a necessity. That is part of it. Like as an efficient government proposed, like I said in this hypothetical, the nation taking on the debt of the students would be.
So you want communism? You want communism where everybody is assigned an area of skill
No.
to get into?
No, I'm talking about one sector, a key area that like you would be a fool not to socialize. Because why would you want
That's not how
global
socialism
capitalists?
works.
Yeah,
Demonstrate to me that selective socialism works. Where has it worked before?
yeah, or republicanism is another term you could use.
We already have republicanism and it doesn't work in the way that you're proposing.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. In terms of the education, it has to come from like the one state. They have to step forward like the one standard across the board.
Again, that's not the prompt.
If you have control, like that means like if you take control of my bank account and it turns out my bank account has like $100,000 like in debt, like you've just taken on that debt. If you
Okay,
are taking on control,
so the
in
government
terms of like the
already-
philosophical principle,
right, so the government already
it would stand to merit that would be a position to actually convince people to, because that like who like you look at like the way the Democrats are trying to use that at the moment, try and gain power. If the Republicans would say this is the principle we're going with, and this is on the table, yes, you could make the argument that you're effectively buying people out, but you would give you affirmative control to actually make the changes in education that you need.
Yeah, so the government already does that. The government does forgive loans in certain circumstances, for instance,
yeah,
like
but-
financial need, right?
yeah.
And they don't
So
then
the prompt
dictate
is should
whether
the
or not you can
government
do a different degree.
alleviate the
It's a
student loan
useless
debt,
qualifier.
right? You
You're
can put the
you're adding all these
prompt back
qualifiers.
on the screen, Paige. I'm playing the game fairly here. It's should
No,
they
you're not.
alleviate
You're
it? And
adding
in
on
that scenario,
qualifiers
they
aren't
should do
relevant
it.
seen as- What's wrong? Can't you look
Yeah.
at the original
If
prompt?
if you
Why
got
can't
that
you
in terms
argue
of
the original
putting
prompt?
putting in the federal system of this is the mandatory schedule you have to do, or the teaching thing that you have to do, then in terms of like the forgiving the loan debt, that would actually work.
That's not the proposal. There's no like logical segue from student loan debt should be
Okay.
federally alleviated to, and then
you're
the
400
government
grand
should
in the hole.
institute who goes
You're
to what
400 grand in the
school.
hole, and there's no way if you paying that off. And then along comes a little leprechaun, and he says, "I can pay that loan off if you vote Republican."
Leprechauns are fictional characters.
Don't matter if it's fiction or not, Paige. If there's
It does-
if you
it's
one
it's
sec,
a re-
this is
it's
what
an
I'm saying. The big
absurd-
picture. Let me
it's
explain the
not
big
ever
picture.
gonna happen in the hypothetical.
Yeah. If hypothetically as well, like this whole thing with the Bitcoin strategic reserve can wipe out the federal national debt, paying off the student loan debt would be
Obfuscation.
like matches. It would be easy.
Obfuscation.
It'd just be like, yeah, throw on an extra 10
Obfuscation.
trillion. We don't give a fuck. We're already like that
Obfuscation.
wealthy. We'll
Go
take all that shit on.
Convince me. Your job is to convince me
Yeah.
and the chat that
No,
the
not you.
student loan debt should be
No,
federally
I don't need to convince
alleviated.
you, Paige. I don't need
You're
to
not-
convince you.
Okay,
Like you
convince
already
the
want
chat.
this
Right
education
now you're
reform.
losing,
You're
getting a
already
big
one sec,
bill,
Paige.
'cause you
You're
can't
already on
get
board
down
with this
the
new
prompt.
education system, right? As a Republican, you're already on board with this new education system.
How is that?
I need to convince a bunch of these socialists that I'll wipe out your national debt
I'm not on
because I'm
board
already
with
going to wipe
this.
out the debt anyways. You know what I mean? So in this new
No,
system,
I don't know what you
I
mean.
basically buy these motherfuckers off that got these
Oh my
lunacy
gosh.
degrees and all this kind of shit.
No. Okay, so let's go. But now trying to contend with some
Unethical,
actual points.
yes, but should it be done?
Let's contend
Also,
with some.
yes.
Let's contend with some actual points that are relevant to this, right? If I alleviate somebody's student loans, does that not encourage them to go get more useless degrees? Yes or no?
Oh no. Part of the new system would be like no one would be able to incur an X amount of debt.
So
you
now
have
you're
to
adding
enforce that.
another qualifier.
Which mean there's certain key areas like, do you want your military? Do you want Lockheed Martin selling the latest military tech and weaponry to China and Russia? No, that's another area that must
Not
be
through
socialized and must
communism.
be republicanized.
Not through communism or socialism. I don't. Communism and socialism are
no.
loser systems. They failed.
Yeah.
There's not a single
Yeah, because there's no
successful
limiting
communist
principle.
or socialist
There-
society.
There's no limiting principle to socialism. There's no limiting principle to communism. But there is a limiting principle to republicanism. The nation.
Demonstrate how republicanism has been successful and
there's certain key areas.
how alleviating
There's
the
certain key
debt
areas
is
that
so
must be
bad.
socialized.
Okay, last time
Military,
I checked,
education, big infrastructure. You can't have China buying all this farmland and having control over your food. Because then America's going to have a famine.
Okay, so this is again more communist talking points. Tell me how in a Republican
talking points.
society, right, which is focused on conservation and things like the nuclear family, that encouraging women, for instance, to go to school at the age of 18 and get some like master's degree that they're never going to use is going to benefit Republican agendas.
Yeah, because the core principle is that it's the duty of the state to educate and keep
To
the
let
nation
women
strong.
get feminist studies degrees.
No. As part of
Yes.
this new education system, you're basically going to buy off all these votes.
No, you're not. There's going to be people that are like, I don't give a fuck.
People
I
are
don't- I don't
100
want
grand
you to be on-
in
if you
debt,
wanna-
and it's
I don't
like,
even wanna go to
wouldn't it be nice if
Okay.
if we could just wipe that
example.
off the table?
Great
Wouldn't
example
it be
of this.
nice?
Great example of this. Canada, right here in the filthy land of maple syrup, down yonder, or up yonder for, I guess it's across yonder for you.
Down
right?
under, mate.
Yeah, we give free education to Indians. Do you know how many Indians actually take us up on that offer?
A lot, yeah, sure.
Not many. Not many at all. Not many at all. It turns out that giving
Meaning?
something to somebody for free doesn't encourage them to do it faster or better. It just encourages them to
No.
do it, perhaps.
No.
No?
You're missing the point here, Paige.
I
right?
think you're
This
just
is
trying to
this is
complete
about
the issue.
passing. Yes, this is about passing new legislation where it's a complete
Not the
redesign on
prompt.
the education system.
Not the prompt, an irrelevant qualifier that has nothing to do with
Yes,
the
it is.
prompt.
Should the loan debt student loan debt should be federally alleviated? Yes, if the federal government came and said, well, a magic leprechaun came in, or a certain politician went in and said, I can actually forgive all the student loan debt, but you'd also have to change up the education system.
Okay, so see that keyword is if is the key.
All these
connecting term
people
here.
that are
If
in
we
massive
do this-
debt.
No, that's not the prompt, silly. You know this is the prompt. You're just like you're gish galloping, obfuscating, adding qualifiers because that's like
Yes,
all the only way. you
I'm
think you
providing
can
a
win.
situation
I'll
where
wait
this
till
would
it
actually
gets to
be.
13:30 to see if we have a solo judge.
I'm providing a situation where this is actually logically relevant.
Right.
in
So
your
just
Like,
incur more debt
Magical
is Teriak's
fucking-
position.
We're gonna wipe out the national debt anyway, baby.
It only works in his mystical, magical socialism land where a magic leprechaun comes and forces everybody to do exactly what they're to do in a communist fashion, but only for some people. But then we limit it. But we only let them get a certain amount of degrees, but it's
Yeah,
limited
but you're
to a
not
certain
dealing
number.
with
See all
like
the
there's certain
qualifiers?
industries
It's
that need to
utterly,
be nationalized.
totally preposterous.
Yes, like Lockheed, you would not want Lockheed
What
Martin selling the
industries
latest
not to
military
be-
tech.
You're
needs to
adding
be
like
weaponry to
nationalized
your
where it
enemies.
might work out.
It needs
You're
to be
not, you're- doesn't
socialized.
convince me generally.
The state needs to run it. Correct?
What?
Oh my God.
Who
Yeah,
You mean the people?
socialism.
Yes, the education. It needs to be state run.
Yeah,
Correct?
the people
You
need
know-
to own the means of production.
Like you don't disagree
Terry
with
Ack
me,
doesn't
Paige.
believe this.
I do.
Cut him some
I
slack.
do.
She used the means of
Distributing
production.
Crazy qualifier, pseudo socialistic, endeavor that requires an additional magical creature to come in and make it happen. Yes, I do disagree with that.
So you
Real
don't want the
quick.
state to control the military.
Real quick, chat. I just put the poll into the chat, so if you don't see it, make sure you hit refresh so you do, because if you don't vote, you're a furry lover and a rainbow eater. If you would like to vote for this woman right here, you're voting for AVG on the poll. And if you would like to vote for this man right here, you're voting for Teriak on the poll. Chat, get your votes in.
Even he
right
knows
now.
he's fucked.
Get your votes in right now. I'm
knows?
starting this timer up. You got till 2 minutes.
Teriak,
But like
you know
this
what-
is
what
that
you're
that
gonna
scene
go
in
with?
one sec.
Yeah, I'm
This
the
is the scene in
undercover
Austin
feminist
Powers
now. Awesome.
where I got my hands up, like the guns aimed at me and all this. And I know it's coming, but I'm just like, we're not
the only
so
time I'll be a
different, you and
feminist.
I. Because you cannot make an argument like why you'd want your military complex to be fully capitalistic.
Why didn't you make some kind of crisis argument where it's like we have all these people in debt, they're going to go into poverty, then they're going to have programs of need to alleviate that poverty because they can't pay their debt,
Yeah, I'm
which
giving
is
it to you.
going
You
to
can
lead
bu-
to
you can buy them
inevitability
off.
of needing a relief of some kind anyway. So it's an inevitability that you need these programs to help all these people who fell on hard
Mm-hmm.
times because of debt, regardless of where the source of the debt was. You could have used that.
Yeah, and use
Yeah,
like a
but
cutoff
like there's
line of
multiple
like
scenarios where like multiple like arguments I can make where I can copy paste that one exact there and all this kind of stuff and just buy these motherfuckers off to completely redefine the new education system. and
Buy them with
nationalize it.
what?
Their debt.
I would have
Who-
gone
wait.
with something different.
And that is one scenario where it's logical. Say, yeah, like we'll forgive the student loan debt. Mission
I would've
accomplished,
gone
baby.
I would have gone with the government forgives the student loan debt, but just like an insurance company, if somebody has a house fire, they go after, say, a manufacturer of a faulty product to recoup their money. So go after these universities that are putting out these shit degrees and they're not standing behind them and they're making all this money. They have these endowments and they don't really care about the success rate of the percentage of graduates that actually get a job in their field. That's where I was going to go. It's still a hard position to take, but
Well,
that's kind of
I
where
think
I would
I
go.
think the useless degrees that we kind of like laugh at is like, you know, the gender whatever women's basket underwater whatever basket weaving shit, like they've actually been very effective in making those useless degrees into positions where they aren't needed, like diversity officers that get instilled in schools or creating these diversity programs. So even though these are useless degrees, they've been effective in actually creating a very high threshold or like for
Yeah, and if
income.
they don't-
All
and if the
right, so
person
that
doesn't get the
is
job, they become
1
a-
second, boys. 1 second.
JW.
That is 2 minutes locked in on the poll there. 57 votes got in. I mean, that means there's quite a bit of furry lovers out there. Just saying.
Same.
57 votes locked in, and 77% said the winner of the 1v1 is AVG. So, Teriak, tell everyone in the chat where they can find you and why they got to bring you back for another shot at the $600 prize.
I just like to say, none of you motherfuckers would have went for that, okay? At least I put on a show. You know what I'm saying? Also, like I said, it's 2020 election. That shit's rigged. I would demand a recount. Also, you can find me over the rainbow, of course. And yeah, bring me back for a bit more crack.
Let's fucking
Legalize it.
more crack.
Legalize.
Let's fucking go. Always a pleasure having you. And if they bring you back, you know you're more than welcome. And until then, my friend.
Your soul is mine.
Fatality.
Another soul added to the safe of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby. And now, before we can bring up another fighter, we actually have someone paid for one of the fighters to directly fight a panelist for their spot on the panel. So let's get to that.
Time for 1v1.
Hey, Paige.
You guys are putting me to work tonight. I like it.
Listen, I just realized when the pot gets high, the OGs come out to play, it looks like, because the back with 5 full and Paige out here in the forerunning.
Dude, that was the whole original thing, Avarice, when like Teriak and all them started the rolling over thing. They said if we keep getting it up to 1,000, that's gonna bring more of the big players over to try and win that pot, you know. And it's up to 600 right now, so
It's proven.
And we have a.
This is going to be fun. I've actually haven't
topic
contended
here.
with
This
Mrs.
is
Page
fun.
before.
Well, normally we
I
have the
don't
same
know how
opinion.
you guys are gonna take this topic, though.
I know how I'm going to take it.
Avarice will take anything. So this one. Separate bathrooms should be mandated by all states.
Yes.
No.
No. Unisex bathrooms.
I
You're gonna
knew,
argue
I had a feeling Avarice would take it.
Okay.
Shit. All right. So chat. Wait, let me make sure if there was any added time for this one here. No, not at this moment, anyways. Not yet, but we know how that goes. All right, so chat, going to 5 minutes to start. All right. If you guys want to add on time, it is $10 to add a minute. It is 60 to solo judge. And if we don't get a solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you. Let's get it.
All
Hey,
right. so
Paige,
Molly
is the
Affirmative?
state responsible for your family?
Is the state responsible for your family? In part, unfortunately.
Okay, well, what part are they responsible for?
Simple. So unfortunately, most people do go to public schools. Most people
So wait, those are like the state's responsible for your kid to go to his public school. Like you can't just take your kid
No,
to go
the
to public
state's
private school.
responsible for humans in many circumstances, including public schools.
Well, I get that we
public
give them.
facilities,
Listen,
government
we're
buildings.
giving them the responsibility there, but are they actually responsible for them?
So
like
the
overall,
state is responsible for certain facilities, yes, and a lot of
I
people
get that they're
utilize
responsible for the facility, but
state-sponsored
but
facilities.
those facilities, those people are given to them. So let's just continue here, right? They're not really
When
that
are they
responsible.
in prison.
Again,
In a traffic.
You
court,
break the law. You break the law. You break the
not
law.
always breaking law.
Those
We
are
go to
all
court. I go to
choices.
court for my
All
job.
all choices. All
I
choices.
go to court for my job.
Again,
okay?
a choice. You choose that job. These are
Okay,
all
what
choices.
about
So
if you-
hold on.
you
So the
have to
state
go
doesn't
get
choose
your
your job.
driver's
Wait,
license
hold on. I got a question. Did the state require you to get your job?
Did the state require me to get my job?
Yeah,
I
the one
need
that
it
you
to
have.
survive. I need to.
Yeah,
access
but
state
most things need to
services
do stuff. Well,
survive.
that comes down to a lot of archaic. Like we can bring this all the way down to archaic and exchange. Like you need to do a job to get goods, to do other
Okay,
goods.
so
But let's
can you live
continue.
off
Let's
the
get
grid?
to. Hold on.
Everybody
Let's
live
move.
off the grid?
I lived off the grid. I was Alaskan. You know
Okay,
this.
Would you consider yourself to be an exceptional man? A man
No.
that's more capable of
Absolutely not.
or
I
did
actually
you, or did you
consider.
not serve in the military?
I did.
Okay.
lot
are
of
you
people
also
did.
A father?
What's that?
Are you also a father?
That doesn't make me
Are you
exceptional.
also a business owner?
That doesn't make me
Yes,
exceptional.
all of those things make you an exceptional human.
None of
by-
those things
by
make me exceptional.
standards
All
and
the
societal ones.
none of those things make me exceptional. Let's
Okay, are
continue. The
most
state.
people
The
ex-military
state
men,
isn't
fathers,
responsible.
business
Again, the
owners?
state isn't responsible for these things. The
People
state's
that
not
live off the grid.
responsible for the bathrooms. Now let's get to the real crux of this argument here, right?
We are
Is that
getting to it.
separating the bathrooms requires more money. I can literally just
No,
put
they're
one building
already
with one
separated.
bathroom.
To make them unisex would require more money, actually.
Again, no. Again,
Yeah,
we
you're
can
gonna
take
have to
those
install
bathrooms.
the
No,
PP
now,
fountains
no.
in
The
the
bath.
ladies'
I
room.
don't have to do that on either side. Again, I just take
How-
those
how do you
sides and I
not
just
to
say
do
pick
that?
a side. I just say pick a side and go to it right now with the old ones. It doesn't matter what one they are. There's no gender
They don't
confirming
have,
now.
They okay. What? So
I
are
just
you
want to
gonna, as a
remove
dude,
the
pee in a
gender confirming.
toilet? You're
I
gonna,
pee
you're
in the
gonna
toilet
pee
all
in
the
a
time.
toilet?
I pee in the toilet all the time at my house. There's no urinal at my house.
Okay, so you're going to
Wait, hold
have-
on. Do you think that in my house I have a
wasn't the
stand-up
best
urinal?
I'll give it that.
Yeah. Do you think in my
No,
house I have a
don't think you
stand-up
have
urinal?
urinal in your house.
Is
but-
it, okay, so do
okay,
do
so
you
you're
think?
just
Wait,
gonna
wait, hold
convert
on.
both
So do you
bathrooms?
think that men? Do you think that men ingest that we would just require urinals?
No, I don't think that.
Yeah, okay, so we
my
can
concern
actually
is-
go.
is
Hold
mainly
on, so
that
we can actually go pee in the toilet, right?
you can, but you
Okay,
would
so
also
I'm just being
increase
very
the-
clear. So
or you would increase the likelihood of women being assaulted and
no,
children being
listen,
assaulted.
again, this is the thing. Listen, so this is actually my promotion to secular families, right? So if families, right, protected their families and we had actual families that go into the bathrooms and they can actually, the male can oversee their female and child while they're in the bathroom, then
Not
they have a
everybody has a
protector in front of the
family.
toilet. Well, again, this is why we ought to promote those families. So now, then you have a
You said
protector while
opposed
you're
to
in these
secular
bathrooms.
People. Secular people are
I
not.
meant, I meant
married.
nuclear.
That's
Sorry, I
secular
meant
marriage.
nuclear. I roll back. I meant nuclear.
Okay,
I
well,
was,
we both
I
made
was
a
thinking
boo-boo,
about your.
so we'll
Yeah, I
disregard
got it. I'll
Yeah.
disregard I meant nuclear, but to the nuclear family, right? So that it requires, like, if you want to use a public bathroom, you should probably get a male figure to help protect you.
What happens if you don't have one?
You should find one.
What? But currently, women don't need a male figure to protect them when they go into the women's washroom.
I know that's the sad part, is that women are too protected.
Okay, so what money are we exactly saving by changing them both into
yeah,
unisex bathrooms?
yeah, I got that. So we don't have to do the maintenance of worrying like any kind of security about what side's who or where it's going where.
Well, now we need more
right?
security because women might get assaulted in the
Again,
unisex bathroom.
No, now we're gonna put up a use at your own risk sign.
You're gonna discourage people. You're gonna encourage urinary tract infections and people pissing in public because they're afraid to use the washroom.
Again, if you had a male role model that keeps you safe, then you can use them. Then you wouldn't have to worry about.
Like
the
I said,
bathroom.
that's not a truth for most people. Most people do not have that option.
Again, it's again, and you're going with this whole idea of like we are already doing this whole like we have to change all the things. What I'm trying to say here is because we're still creating new bathrooms and we're still creating new malls and new things. All of those things will now be limited to one single bathroom. So the new way we do it, so all the new buildings that we build, they'll all be single bathrooms now, right? All the office buildings, single bathrooms, right? The
That
new
would
stuff.
cost more
Hold
money.
on. No, that would cost less because we're only using one per facility, right? Now on top, because I don't have to make two separate ones. Now on top of it, the old stuff, right?
So that
We
is a
just-
separate bathroom.
What do you mean? It's a single
A
bathroom.
single bathroom is a separate bathroom. It prevents, typically based on size, more than one person using it.
No, an office bathroom.
Yeah, a single use bathroom is a separate bathroom.
No, not a single use bathroom. It's one, you know what I'm saying? A massive bathroom like the ones in the stadiums. There's
So
multiple
you're gonna
bathrooms. One
take
has
one
urinals.
massive bathroom and limit one person to that
No,
bathroom?
no, we're not. There'll be stalls in there.
Okay, so that means multiple people can use it, right? So we're back to square
Yes.
one now. We're back to the issue that like women are going to be assaulted, and for what
No,
reason?
but
If
what I'm
you're
trying to
the
say,
things
no,
that ain't broke,
listen,
don't
hold
fix
on.
it.
No, hold on. What I'm trying to
You
say
heard
is
that?
the new buildings, right, won't require us to build a his and her side now. We can just have a single side, right? Just one single bathroom unit that's omnisexual or all sexes.
Omnisexual.
I don't even know. I don't know. All sexes.
Omnisexual isn't a word.
I know, right? All
Okay.
sexes. I just made that up.
Okay.
All sexes.
So let's do a quick tally now. So the benefit is for new buildings, we don't have to build these separate bathrooms, right? With
Yep.
the change tables and the ladies and who knows what
Well,
happens. in the
there
other
will be a
ones.
changing table in this one too.
So we're gonna have to spend money on that, right?
Well, those we already spend money on the changing table, so the changing table will just be in the single bathroom.
Now you're confusing me. So we've got the existing bathrooms, right? The male bathrooms.
No.
don't fit
Okay,
the
you keep
shitty
going back
buildings.
to the old way, right? The old bathrooms. I get that. The old bathrooms, right? They can stay as they are for now. We'll just change it to anyone can go on either side, right? Moving forward. Hold on.
Men
Moving
don't have
forward.
the change tables.
Well, in the old stuff, we'll just
And then
maintain
the women are
those.
just going to use the one bathroom, and they're all going to congregate there.
Well,
so
most
there'll
of the
be a
women will
women's washroom
congregate on
anyway.
one side. Yeah, but that's the old way. Oh, the old stuff will just kind of fade out, right? Because when the new buildings, when we do refurbishings, this one we'll blow out the wall and
20
those things.
years, separate bathrooms are going to
No,
be
again, but
gone.
in the newer buildings, and this is what we're talking about, the new buildings, the stuff that we're building now, we don't have to focus on spending all the money on separating the bathrooms. We can we only need to have one.
Okay.
They-
so the old bathrooms are a clusterfuck, and we don't know how to fix them. But we're
No.
hoping
We
that, like,
do
it's
know.
gonna play
No.
out
We
soon,
know how to fix them.
right?
Those are good. No, those are going to be fixed in a phase out process.
It's
In a
not.
phase
Lisa,
out
okay.
process.
So we're just gonna like just let it happen. We're just gonna hope everything plays out, and then for
No,
the
we're not
new
going to hope. It will
bathrooms,
work.
That's highly speculative. And then
It's
for
not
the future
speculative. Listen,
buildings-
how is it speculative? There would be no more or less issues at a public bathroom than there was today, because I could still go into a rest stop and go into the women's side and it disobey the sign.
So it's just gonna be for the lulz.
No, I'm saying that then we don't have to make there's no worrying here, right? There's no
Okay.
like side indifferential here. Like you could just pick a side, go to the bathroom. If you're tired on the road, you don't have to worry if it's man or woman. You go in, take a piss, get the fuck out, right? That's
So
the
a bunch
whole
of women are gonna be
idea.
afraid to use the washrooms now. Okay, awesome. And
Again,
then for
I'm
the
not
new
saying that the
buildings-
women, you keep saying the women are going to be afraid to use the washrooms, but again, it's going to be no different than it is now. And with the new bathrooms, right? The new bathrooms will save money on a whole state level wise, because all the buildings will not be required to have so many more bathroom units.
How much money would they exactly save by just simply having one bathroom as opposed to two separate bathrooms with, like, I don't know,
A lot more
wall in
money.
between
A lot
them?
more money. If you look at the amount, less plumbing,
But you
less
still have to
space.
have more to compensate.
No,
for the
you
size
don't
of the
have to have
facility.
more. You don't have to have more. You can do 1.5.
1 point. Where did you come up with that number?
Yeah, listen, because
Did you
not all
take it out of your
bathroom.
ass?
No, not all bathroom stalls are always full all the time.
Okay, well, how would that even work in terms of a building inspector or the actual developer going and surmise? Like, how did you figure that number out?
Well, I'm just saying that you wouldn't need that much more. You could actually keep it at the same size
Sounds
as
like
the
a hot
original one.
mess. So we
No, it's
currently
not
have
a hot
system-
mess. You're
we
making
currently
it a
have
hot
system
mess.
that we know exactly how many bathrooms we need per gender.
No, we
right?
don't. Again, we don't have a system that says
We
how
do.
many
It's been
bathrooms we
working
need per
for
gender.
years. It's been
Okay,
literally
so
working since the the 20s. or
okay,
the-
so what's the
I don't know how
system
long
we
we've
what's
had
the
this
system we
thing.
use to tell me how many stalls per bathroom in this mall?
Okay, typically the building code will allot that, right? And then they'll
What
have
again?
the actual
So then we
developer-
take those building code that allots the same amount of stalls and
You
we
wanna
just put it
change
in
the
one
building
section.
code?
No,
You want to change the building
You're
code?
no, I want the same amount of stalls that we can have in that building with the same code. We just put it in one section instead of separating them.
Now, what about in prisons?
What do you mean? What about in prisons?
What about in like dual gender prisons?
There is no dual gender prisons.
There's none.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Maybe
Is there?
that's not I thought that there was.
I not that I'm aware of. Where my states don't have dual gender prisons, so I don't know the ones I'm from, so I don't know if there is. If there
Okay.
is, I'm more than happy to say in dual
Well, I know
gender
there's
prisons.
insane asylums, for instance, right? Where they
Okay, so yeah, where there's dual. But again, have you been to the bathroom in one of those? I have. Have you?
No,
Okay,
no.
well they watch you. They watch you in those. Just so you're clear, when you go to the bathroom at a facility, where I was for a month because suicidal after the military, they will tell. They literally watch you while you're in that bathroom.
Sorry about that. That's awful.
So, is there a problem with somebody watching you too? Because I mean, nothing will change then. They watch you there. I went pee right next to a girl there.
Is there enough like orderlies in order to watch people?
Well, that's orderlies put them in one by one by one, right? They go, you go in and you line up. The girl went in the stall, then left, and then I went in the same stall, left. You go in the line. I'm
Okay.
sorry you have to wait an extra 5 minutes. But that's what happens when you make your way into an insane asylum.
So we still haven't solved the problem with respect to men being stronger than women and able to overpower them, and the fact that men are generally the perpetrators of SA, right? So how do we solve that?
Again, you're just going to a whole nother argument. SA happens wherever you go, right?
It's
I
more
just want to
likely happen
save.
in an enclosed
What I
confined
want to do is I
space
want to save
with
money
privacy.
on just removing one bathroom altogether and just saying that you can just use one single bathroom amount. Like let's just say the male stalls or the female stalls, and that's just gender neutral, and that we can just remove the other bathrooms and save that cost.
It sounds like you're advocating
Fucking
for
chocolate was putting
gender
up a fight.
and androgynousness.
No,
and
I
the
care less
rainbow
about the
agenda
gender.
of that.
I care less about
It's
the
saying that
gender. and
that's okay. It's saying you don't.
I
need
care
to
less
choose a
about the gender, and I
bathroom.
want
Or
more.
gender.
I want to save more about the cost.
All right, so we have a PayPal that came in for a solo judge.
Ooh, exciting.
And here it is. AVG wins. Ava Rice loses. I like how they didn't write loses. They wrote loses. So Avarice, tell everybody in the chat where we find you. I don't reveal the PayPals unless they want to reveal themselves in the chat. It's just how it goes. But Avarice, tell everybody where we
I don't
find
think
you.
I don't think I'm
Why
going
they
anywhere.
gotta
I'm
bring
gonna
you
sit.
back?
I'm just gonna sit in the back. So I'll see you guys soon. Rob Noor show. Normal America. Rob Noor.
No.
I'll see you soon.
Well, we'll see you soon then, Avarice.
Yeah.
And until then, my friend.
Your soul is mine.
Another soul added to the safe of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby.
It's almost like he wasn't even here.
In and bye bye. No, he didn't even get in. That's true. He didn't even get to
Drive
fight
by.
before
He
he's
didn't
out of the
drive by
fight.
debate.
Yeah.
Got
Shit. All right, let me see here. Let me make sure. Do we? I think.
We're missing one.
Who? What?
Dogs?
Wasn't it OG?
No, not dogs.
He's right there.
Change name.
I'm here.
Or re-examination.
Yeah, re-examination.
Re-examination. Did he leave or?
No, just leave him out. Leave him out.
Yeah, he's not in the
Why?
back. He left.
Pussy.
He's really good.
Quitter.
Yeah.
Probably didn't want to sit in the back and wait.
But he was up already. So he just like
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
quitter.
Maybe he's coming back. I don't know. Maybe he had an internet issue. But anyways,
Like you said, he had a Mennonite issue.
Uh,
The Mennonites just rolled up.
okay, so we don't have another one lined up right yet. Okay, so
Yeah, we do.
well, I wasn't sent it. Or you're doing it right now. Is that why
No,
you're-
I did it at 9:13.
well, I wasn't sent it, so
Maybe she's not. Maybe she
Not
needs
paying
another
attention.
spanking. Other spanking speak.
Alicia just said she doesn't have it.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
send it to the
resend
wrong
it to her.
person? She.
didn't realize my.
Well, we were talking about a couple of things, so maybe she overlooked it. It's possible. I'll give her that.
It is very convenient that
Tyler, you have to stop talking. People keep leaving the panel every time you speak.
how about you
Okay,
suck my
wait.
left nut?
Damn.
Sounds exciting.
Whoa.
I have mommy issues. What can I say?
Oh gosh.
Who did that?
Oh shit!
Okay, that's but I don't get the second part. Why? I don't get the second part. I'll ask her after.
Jungle, do you think maybe that's my tactic? Is just be fucking annoying so people just leave and then I just win by default?
Might be,
I think you're trying to get debates that way.
but we got another 1v1 now. We got another 1v1 here.
Time for 1v1.
Yep.
Oh
I
no,
did.
I no, it's not. It's not this. I fucked up.
Oh,
I double clicked first. I double clicked jungle, and then I gotta bring somebody. Someone's being brought back from the grave.
ooh, exciting.
I don't think so.
I'm back, baby.
Welcome back from the grave. Coming to take a second shot.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
And we got a new forced topic on you guys. It's another interesting one. Climate change is caused by human activity, not natural activity.
Yeah, I can't. I done it the last time, guys. I gave the fair shake. This one, nah, I can't. I can't make the argument.
Really? I'll make the case for it being I wish the phrasing was different, like generally caused by, because it can be both, like it's like ice ages occur naturally, but also humans don't help it.
Yeah, I don't know if Teriyaki, you want a different one or
Yeah, we can go to try out a different one because, like I said, I can't make the argument for.
okay. So, Jungle, let me know if you want a different topic or if you just want me to get one. I'm looking for one too while he's deciding. Okay. That's another interesting one. Minimum wage should be doubled its current rate.
Disagree.
I disagree.
All right, yeah, you both are gonna disagree on that one. Let me see here. Is there something else you want, Jungle, or you want me to figure one out for you? Everyone's so silent. Dead air. Oh
Dead
no.
air.
I mean, we could think about him, but I think he wants a specific prompt.
I'm just waiting. Okay. That's another interesting one. You know what you should do right now, Jungle? Put another one too, just in case they don't want this one either. That's what you should do. Universal health care is a net benefit for a more healthy society.
Ooh. I guess I can make the case for either. I can do it.
Ladies first.
I'll take the negative on this.
I think I can make the argument. Let's go, baby.
Okay, let's go.
You're muted, by the way, Easy. You're muted, Easy.
I don't even know how I did that. I wasn't even fucking touching the fucking. Anyways, chat. This is going to 5 minutes to start. Okay, if you want to add on a minute, it is $10 to add a minute. If you want to be the solo judge, it is $60 to be the solo judge. And if we don't get a solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you. Let's get it.
So, in terms of a universal healthcare, we're not saying that like this whole like trans surgeries, all this kind of shit, like that's all cosmetic, all this kind of shit. Like what we're saying is just a bare bones minimum in terms of like if you like broke your leg in the middle of the street, there's an ambulance there, good quality, fast response times. You know what I'm saying? I think that's clearly a net benefit. You know, a more healthy society. You know, free advice in terms of like diets, like carnivore and all this kind of stuff. You know.
Okay, I can go. Yeah, so universal healthcare is present in my own country. Does it work? Absolutely not. People often wait years for surgeries on the dreaded C word. People wait hours just to get into an emergency room for crippling pain. In the United States, it has not fared any better. There's been a huge problem with Obamacare, or also known as the Affordable Care Act. There's been actual issues with coverage expiration. It has overall increased out-of-pocket costs for most Americans, and it actually has had some kind of like issues where people don't have coverage for a specific timeline. So has it worked well in Canada? No. Has it worked well on its limited basis in the United States? Also no. Show me a system which has worked in this way for another society.
Yeah, so we're talking about the concept of universal healthcare here. We're not talking about a particular system. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate the gumption to try and like force us into like Obamacare and all these bad policies. I understand that. But in terms of the concept of universal healthcare, like it would be a net benefit if, like, given emergency situations, that everyone on the island or everyone in the nation would have some sort of like instant level of care in terms of like their health, especially if, like, let's say they broke a leg or like there was a car incident, all this kind of stuff. That's a net benefit to the society.
But it doesn't work like that. Like I'm telling you right now, where it has been practiced, it doesn't equate to when you need a surgery, you get it. In fact, my own grandmother had debilitating cataracts in her eyes at the age of 80, where if she wouldn't have got them operated on in months, she would have effectively gone blind. And she was forced to incur $10,000 out of pocket just to get that surgery. This is not just a reality or an anecdotal for my grandmother. This is a reality for many Canadians. We're forced to, even where universal healthcare is present, still seek out the expensive privatized healthcare that they need in order to save their lives and their vision in some cases.
Yeah, so like where are you drawing the line in terms of healthcare?
So when I think of universal healthcare, like maybe if we can agree on a definition, I'm thinking about just having government access with some exceptions, i.e. you pointed out cosmetic exceptions. I agree with that. That's not currently acceptable in most universal healthcare systems, right? But just in terms of accessing things like an emergency room, getting an annual checkup, right? Having an operation if it's deemed medically necessary. These are all things that are involved in the universal healthcare system that we see today, including that in Canada.
Yeah, but in terms of like emergency situations, is that not a fair limiting principle?
So in emergency situations if we're talking about like if you absolutely need to have, for instance, like reconstructive surgery on your arm because it's burnt terribly in an accident, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, but well, like you could even like draw the line more severe, at least in terms of like it's the life or death situation.
It's a life or death situation. So in the case of a life or death situation, that's not the only circumstance that universal healthcare comes into play. So if anything is deemed anything less
Well,
than
you
a
would
life
still
or
agree
death,
with the concept of universal healthcare around that principle of it's literally life or death for the person.
but that is the case, and they put it off to the last moment in Canada. So because the problem with universal healthcare is universal healthcare creates this system where doctors get paid less, right? Because they're not in private practice. It creates a system where the entirety of the healthcare system is funded by the government. That means that there can only be a set amount of nurses, a set amount of doctors, a set amount of specialists. Typically, the most specialists, nurses, and doctors are focused in these centralized areas. So the big
No,
cities.
there would still be, like we point out with the cosmetic, there'd still be professional. Like there still be private, it's private sector in terms of like that, like because from doing like those cosmetic surgeries, they get better at like surgery, like find out new things, all this kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? There'd still be like a private sector. But in terms of like responsibility of a government, again, duty to protect and like care for its actual citizens, to have some sort of like base level or government standard to which the private can actually compare itself to.
Okay, but the problem with that is not everybody can afford privatized healthcare. So if you run into a system like my grandmother did, right, where she needs
have
the
both.
cataracts fixed tomorrow, then you have to undergo that cost. She had the money. My grandmother has more money than the
Yeah,
average individual, right?
Yeah, and you agree in terms of like being able to like that potentially in terms of certain situations should be a case made for the government to incur that cost rather than the citizen.
But it's not logically done because, like I said, there's a set amount of money that the government
But you
has
agree with the
for
principle.
the healthcare system. That's in a perfect society. That's not how universal healthcare plays out. I'm telling you right now, the fact that it is universalized and funded by the government means that less people get care, more people wait for care, and the amount of people that are stuck having to pay out-of-pocket costs exponentially increases.
This is what I keep saying is that it's like the Austin Powers scene where it's like he's got the gun on Dr. Evil and he's like, we're not so different, you and I. You know what I mean? Because like you agree with the principle of like some sort of like universal healthcare standard that the government should incur.
No. No,
So you
no,
want,
I
like,
don't
no
agree
public-
because
you
I've
don't
seen
want
how
any
it
public
works. It
whatsoever.
works horribly. It forces good doctors to leave because they don't get paid enough. It means that work hours exponentially increase for nurses because there's limited staffing, right? It means that generally speaking, more people wait for life-changing surgeries because if you're not going
just
to
real quick,
die from a
Paige, like, do
tumor
you
tomorrow,
agree
you have
or
to wait.
disagree with a hybrid system of like both private and public, or do you just want all private?
It doesn't work any kind. So the United States had a hybrid system, right, with Obamacare, where there was certain people that were eligible for Obamacare. That's my understanding, and it did not work. it's a shitty program. That's why like Trump
You
is
know,
trying to get
I'm
rid
just
of it.
asking you straight up in terms of like do you think like a fully private system is better than some sort of mixed system?
Yes. I think a fully privatized system would be better than a mixed system. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you would still be incurring the same cost with your grandmother and the cataracts.
No, so here's what would happen. More people would go out and get their own insurance plan, right, to cover that privatized healthcare. And we would also have employers be more incentivized to do that because then they would actually have that appeal, right, to recruit better talent. Currently, how it is, like in Canada, for
wait,
instance,
what?
is employers just rely on the universal healthcare
That was
system.
that was the biggest just scapegoat, like saying nothing, but kind of like saying, yeah, I kind of agree with you. Yeah, like there should be some sort of like universal basic standard. You know what I mean? Because like
No.
what you're saying is that like we're just gonna throw it to the individual insurance companies themselves, and then like the state has no say in terms of like the cases you're being made. So
I don't think that the
you're still
state
back.
should have a
one
say in
sec.
healthcare.
You're
The
still
state-sponsored
back.
healthcare sucks.
Yeah, but like you're still back to the same scenario. Like the
How am I
problem's not
back to
being
the same
resolved.
scenario?
Like who's incurring the debt?
Who's incurring the debt? In this case, there's lowered taxes because people aren't funding healthcare through taxes. They can perhaps use that money to get better
No, I'm
insurance,
saying
to get
in
better
that specific
healthcare.
scenario. Like
Sorry?
the fact that they're all private versus like some sort of like government influence in terms of like who gets covered and who doesn't get covered, in terms of the standard being set. Like who's paying off the debt? It's still the individual.
So okay, so just so I can get this correct.
You're saying that you want a fully privatized
There's
system.
going to be people. There's going to be people that like literally in your proposed system, they just are going to resort to that. They're not going to have any other healthcare. In my system, they're going to prepare for that. That's going to be a stage of life that people have to prepare for.
No, but there will be people who won't prepare.
Okay. And do you
Yeah.
think that overall that's going to make a huge monumental difference in society? Should we reward stupidity, Teriak?
Yeah, but you never know.
Should
Like
we
at
reward
any given
stupidity?
moment, what might happen.
Should
You
we
know what I mean? Like,
reward stupidity? Yes or no?
You could find a tumor tomorrow. Life is precious. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. But, like
Right,
this
and then
whole
you have
kind of
to
aspect
wait
of
with universal
well,
healthcare, you have to wait for
yeah,
months.
no.
Just get it
Like what
fixed.
we were talking, the case I'm making is in terms of like we could like clearly draw like a limiting principle to like life or death scenarios. At least we could both agree with that perspective. We're not so different. you
The
and I,
current
you know what I
system
mean?
doesn't allow
So-
for that. You'd like to think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
if somebody
but we can
comes in
change
with a
the
life or
system.
death scenario, that they get the surgery
Because
right
it's-
away, but that's
it's
not
the-
always the case.
It is the key principle that like we're talking about here. You know what I mean? In terms of like
Why are you trying to get me to agree with you? I don't agree with you.
Yeah, this is a debate. So like the key principle here though is like in terms of like the government's duty, like what the state should do, and in terms of like healthcare and what's the bare minimum a person should expect in the nation, that to me seems as though like that should be governed by a nationalist government. Would you not
A
agree?
nationalist government. So now you're making more qualifiers.
What you mean qualifiers?
Okay, so now
The
we're having
key
this
principle here is universal healthcare. That is
universal
like
healthcare.
yeah. Like to you
Which
to say,
is-
well, these people call themselves universal healthcare. Like it's the same way of me saying, well, capitalism. Well, I can point to a bunch of crony capitalists and a bunch of like corrupted capitalism going on here and say, that's why that capitalism's bad. But what I'm just pointing at in terms of like the theory of like you agree with the principle at least that there should be some sort of like universal standard
No.
if someone's in a
it
life or
sucks.
death.
It never works. Provide me
Yeah.
with okay.
So we just get
do
rid of
this-
the
do
ambulances.
this for me. Convince me this way. Show me a society where universal healthcare has been successful and people get care that they need when they need it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm asking you on your
No,
key thing of it
show me a
being fully
society.
privatized.
Can you do
Are we just
that?
getting rid of?
Can you
Are we
do
just getting?
that?
Yeah, are we just getting rid of the ambulances as well? So
Are
the
we
government
getting
doesn't
rid of the
take care
ambulances as well?
Yeah.
No, you still have ambulances. They're owned by the hospital. You have to pay the hospital, right, with your insurance afterwards.
Yeah.
Don't you do that
So-
currently? I do that.
So why not like because now we have insurance and then the hospital. Why not just cut out the middleman and just that have insurance companies? They does it.
Sorry, the insurance companies do what now in this hypothetical situation?
Like basically the insurance companies are acting as a middleman between the hospital and yourself.
No, it's the
I'm saying,
same. It's the
why
same
not have
principle.
the
The
state
hospital
over that?
sends you a
Because the
bill.
principle of the state looking after its
No,
people.
it's the same principle as any kind of privatized healthcare. The hospital sends you the bill afterwards, right? And you can either pay it out of pocket or your insurance can pay
Yeah.
it. We're not changing anything about that.
Yeah, so just instead of insurance, use government, and we agree.
No, don't use government. They do it horribly. Like I said, show me one society where they've done it well. Go ahead.
I'm talking about like base level
can't.
requirements.
You can't.
to,
You
like,
can't. You can't
what
do
would
it.
be
You can't.
considered
You can't
universal
do
healthcare.
it. You can't. You can't. You know why? Because it sucks. Universal healthcare sucks. It sucks really bad. It's never worked. It works horribly any place it does happen to occur for any length of time. It's a shitty deal. Nobody wants
Yeah.
it.
So like we fully privatize, and you trust that like all these hospitals are going to like
Yeah,
that
money
if
makes
there's,
money
if there's
makes
not a hospital
the world
in the
go
area.
round. You know what's funny? When you pay for something, in most cases, you get it. And when you pay a lot of money, you get it even better, it seems.
Yeah, so
You
if you have a
notice
heart
that?
attack, you got to make sure you know your PIN code, you know, because they're gonna.
Oh, come on.
ask you
They're gonna operate on you.
No,
and then they're
it's
gonna charge it
fully
to your insurance.
privatized.
Have you ever heard
We
of
don't
somebody
want
like,
we
like
don't
in your
want the
family
state
giving
to
authority?
have any
Have you heard of
universal
that?
health care now.
No power
Don't
of
expect
attorney,
if
so
you
on and
if
so
you have a heart
forth.
attack, like you better have the insurance. You better have that insurance memorized.
Come on,
You know
they'll
what I mean?
charge it to you after, or they'll charge
Because
you out of pocket.
if you're,
or they'll
I'll
charge
let
you
it
out
get
of
to
pocket.
14 minutes. See if we have a solo judge.
Douche glasses, you just got demolished.
if you,
Fuck
I'm just saying,
yes.
if you have a heart
Dude.
attack, don't expect anybody to help you.
Yeah.
You know that's not going to happen. You can't win. You're just trying to throw whatever you can. It's like throwing shit at a wall and hoping that it sticks. Nothing's
You
sticking,
shouldn't have
man.
taken this one, man.
Yeah,
Nothing's
the
sticking.
principle. The
Just
principle
falling
is
down the
universal
wall,
health
man.
care.
Shout out to douche glasses.
And you want
for
that fully
taking it.
privatized.
He tried. He tried.
The argument.
I'm
Wasn't
just
the
saying,
argument.
like, you guys are okay with a fully privatized system.
Hell yeah.
Here's your quick and
Yeah.
dirty. United States bankruptcies for medical expenses 0.19% of bankruptcies, while in Canada it's 0.33. So which one's higher?
Gay. No, I'm just kidding. Real quick, real
A
quick.
nation
I'm
should
putting
look after its
the
people. Then
I'm putting the poll into the chat. All right, listen, chat. If you don't see the poll, go ahead and hit that refresh, because if you don't vote, you're a furry lover. Just saying. All right, and you eat rainbows.
So Teriak is
uh,
literally
it-
advocating for about 10%.
Hold up. If you want to vote for this man right here, you're voting for Teriak on the poll. And if you want to vote for this woman right here, you're voting for AVG on the poll. Chat, get your votes in right now. I'm starting this timer up. You got 2 minutes.
Teriak is advocating for about 10 times more people going solvent for medical bills.
yeah. So when you're having a heart attack, you better have that phone
Well,
number learned
No,
not
off,
no
only
one,
that-
no
because
one
it's not
does
going
that.
to be
No one,
911.
no one fucking
No.
does that. Not
I'm
one
just saying-
hospital's
Not
gonna go
only
like,
that, more
"Hey, what's your
taxes
PIN
on the
number?"
people in
You shouldn't
general.
expect
Even
if
the
the duty
people
of the
that don't
nation
need
is
the
not to look
medical
after its
expenses,
people.
those
You
people
know,
have to pay more for the rest of them.
Mima's getting out of that public home.
Yeah, tell
Yeah.
that
Healthcare
to
isn't
36
right.
hours plus sitting in an ER waiting room
Mhm.
while you die because socialized healthcare, right?
This is what I say. Like, these Canadians are brutal, bro. Like, the whole kind of like, hey, buddy, and like the whole guy thing. They're nasty. He's talking about
Yeah, but
kicking
you're-
grandma
you're
out of the public home.
arguing
This is
Fucking
In the
a
United
nation
States,
that does not care,
If
take
you
care of
need
its
to
people
vote,
is
it's
not a
United
nation.
States. You'll get it.
Healthcare cost.
The
No,
reputation's
it's
just a
because we
disguise.
care.
You'll
It's
get
because
it.
we care
You
about
just might,
people that
you
we
just
don't like
might
seeing
not
them
be able to
die.
afford the bill.
It's because we
A
actually
nation
care about people that we don't want
That
to see them
does
die.
not see the way they overthought me. A nation that does not take care of its people will not be a nation.
Why
Yeah.
should we take care? Why should we
Essentially.
take care of people that don't want to take care of themselves? Should
And
Burger
that pension
King
fund,
get the
y'all
same medical
better
care
make sure you
as everyone
you
else?
have your own personal pensions, because the
Pseudo-
nation
pseudo-
shouldn't take
I
care of its
do.
people.
One
Yeah.
pseudo, it's
You
actually
You better have that
worse.
private pension.
No, it's actually worse because
You
pay
better get
more
good at
into the
investing.
system and
Start
then you
reading
get
them
fucked
charts.
anyways.
Oh,
So there you
Lord.
go.
That's what-
You
It's a
actually
dog
fucking
and dog
work.
world out there, folks. Unbelievable.
You tried, Teriak. You took the
Yeah,
hard
I
position. I'll
appreciate
give
It's
you
a
it.
that.
I
tough
appreciate
position,
it,
yeah.
Do we not believe in the nation? That's my fundamental question here. You know.
No, I did a whole discussion on socialized healthcare and the absolute atrocity that it is. So
But was the problem socialized healthcare, or was it universal, or like basic
what's the difference?
like
What's the
healthcare?
difference?
Like, you know what I mean?
What's the
thing.
difference?
Same
A
thing.
basic.
My
You know what I mean?
sister's a liberal. Her
That the
family.
nation takes care of like the whole ambulance service, making sure all areas, no matter where you are in the nation, you have access to an ambulance.
If you
That
said
should
like,
not be
hey,
controlled by
there
the
should be
state.
there should be a basic line that everyone's accessible to normal stuff, but then they could
A
have maybe an
universal
opt-in
basic line of
and then
healthcare.
maybe something they could opt in.
See the way I just use different words, and then he starts going, "Yeah, that's actually a great idea, Tarek." It's like, okay, welcome in,
That's not-
brother.
that's
Welcome
not
in,
what I said.
Habibi.
No,
Alhamdulillah.
Oh Jesus! I have like
No,
PTSD
not the
from that
alhamdulillah.
shit.
No.
If you need emergency health care
Listen
and
to
you
that.
walk in with
All
no
right, real
insurance,
quick.
no ID in America, you'll get it. You're just gonna
Real
get a bill
quick.
for it.
We got 53 votes locked in. Not bad, but there's still some furry lovers out there, clearly. All right. Clearly.
Not me. I voted.
But 53 votes locked in, and 60% said the winner of the 1v1 is AVG. Teriak, tell them
We're up
where
to
they can
40%,
find
baby.
you and why they got to bring you back once again for another shot at the $600 prize.
Call him a leprechaun.
Where we find you?
Oh shit! Over the rainbow with me pot of gold, me Lucky Charms, and a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? That those shits are real. They're just like on Earth, they're very fat. You know what I mean? I think call them rhinos.
Go. Call them rhinos. always a pleasure having you. And if they bring you back, you're more than welcome. And until then, my friend.
You are so
Fatality.
Another soul added to the safe of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby.
Is that person's name in chat Dark Skid Marks or something?
Dark Side Deaconess.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She's a cruisa bitch. Yeah, she's cool.
Sorry. Okay.
A cruisa bitch. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me look at what we got next here because I know we got something else in line already. That topic's wild though. I don't know about that topic. It's a very I don't know how they're gonna argue it, but we'll see. But
What the theme was? What politics and
Policies.
yes. Yeah, but if you're forcing a topic, you don't have to
That's the person paid for.
right. Like you don't have to stick to the theme. But yeah, we have someone getting brought up to challenge someone for their spot on the panel. So give me just a moment here.
Time for 1v1.
All right. TV, welcome in. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Just
Oh, there you
pushing the
are.
wrong
Okay.
buttons.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for bringing me up.
And we also have a forced topic for you. They're putting Paige through the ringer tonight.
Put me to work. It's okay. I'm here to debate.
They like to hear us talk. You know, they say
That's
they don't
it.
like us, but
That must be it. That must be it. Politicians should not apply how they feel to any policy.
Should not do. I don't believe in ideal worlds. And sometimes feelings do dictate better outcomes. So I would say I would. Dang. Well, what would you take, TV? What would you take on this?
I know it's a
it's a weird
kind of
topic.
an odd topic.
It's clearly
weird,
just
yeah.
a dig on women saying how they feel. So
Adverse. If you want
Yes,
to, if you
no.
guys don't think you can do this one, we can go up with a different one.
Yeah,
I
I think
mean,
it's a bag.
like, there's
Yeah.
no. How do you say you won
So
on
how-
this one?
How it's vague. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What about? Let me see. Do you got another one that you want to do, Jungle, or you want me to pick one?
Like I do separation of like church and state. Should we separate church and state?
Or, like,
I would do that. It's like
what
a
about,
modified version of that.
Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, he kind of
It's a modified version. I
felt
guess you could
slavery
kind of
was-
say that. I
wasn't
get what you're
cool.
trying to say. How it's like a
Hmm.
modified version of that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, kinda. Chat. Jungle. Wait. Wait. What? Okay, you guys talk for a second. Give me 1 second here.
Welcome, fellow female debater. I've
know.
never ran into you on debate panels before.
What's that?
Do you do debates often?
This is like my second or third verbal combat. Yeah, third verbal combat.
Oh, cool.
So
Any headliner debates or individual debates, or do you just?
I've had some individual debates. My first one, they pit me up against. I lot avarice. I've also I was debating Jungle last time. Lost to that
Cool.
one.
Do you generally lean left or right?
I'd say right because I've been left, but I've changed my mind.
Good girl.
Yeah. So yeah, 37. Had some experiences. Not a lot of bad. Not a lot of good. Some good, some bad. I have a degree in biology, if that makes any difference. That I don't use. My special's herpetology, so I don't know if it helps in any debates.
Do you have kids?
I don't have kids.
Okay. Do you feel
No,
like your degree was
no,
useful?
I was convinced by the leftism, and now I'm like old.
I get that. So, do you feel like your degree was useful?
It was useful, but I wanted to be an artist. So,
But you know, it's like very difficult to be a successful artist, right?
oh, sure, of course.
You think we should have art degrees? Do you think art degrees are useful?
Not particularly. I mean, unless you're. I mean, if it's arts, like I say, yeah, they are useful.
Sorry, guys.
It's a specialty.
That's okay.
You can
Do we
get
have
degree in
topics?
anything.
Oh my
You
God!
want
Get
the
a
music
topic.
one?
This needs to stop. Listen. You guys have to blame Jungle for this one. All right.
Okay.
This is
Oh,
Jungle's
Yeah,
fault,
because he's
not
got
mine.
mommy issues.
Ah, shit! That's hilarious, Wrath. We're right about. All right, I'll do it just for you though, Wrath. Just for you. He said mute them both until the debate starts. Fair enough. So they'll be quiet. Don't worry, I got you, Wrath. All right, he said for me to pick a topic now. Oh shit, that's hilarious. I love it. All right, how about this? Oh, wait a minute. Where was this? Yeah, how about this one? I brought this up not long ago, actually. I want to see where you guys stand on it. You guys are obviously gonna have to unmute yourselves to answer though, so you can unmute yourself for a second here. Free speech ought to include speech that destabilizes society.
Yes.
Yes. Affirmative.
Are you both? Did you both say yes?
Yeah, I both said yeah. I mean, I guess I could
Oh.
argue.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Wait. I gotta mute you both again. You have to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down instead for the prompts. Hold up. Chat is off, absolutely savage. All right, gambling ought to be illegal. Yay or nay? Yay? Thumbs up? Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Look at that. We got an opposite. I like it. I like it. All right, you guys can unmute yourselves now. Fighters and chat. This is going to no added time here. Let me make sure. Yeah, no added time yet. Anyways, this is going to 5 minutes to start. If you guys want to add on a minute, it is $10 to add a minute. It is $60 if you want to be the solo judge. And if we don't get a solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you. Can we do a muted 5 minute? No, we can't mute during debates. Good luck to both of you. Let's get it.
All right, so gambling ought to be legal. Why? Number one, the House is always in favor, i.e., most people do not actually gain valuable sums of money by gambling. It's strictly for just entertainment that bankrupts people. If men and women devoted less time to a useless sport, which cost them and their family money, and took that money and actually devoted it into more valuable things, such as improving life for them and their family, then life would be better. Why do we need gambling? Just to legalize it. You're frozen.
I think she might be having technical difficulties.
Oh, no.
AVG wins by default. Yeah, that's okay. She'll come right back. She's had this happen before. Every now and then, it'll cut out on her.
Interesting.
She'll come back. She'll come back. Just legalize it. Time to recognize it. Fuck. King said stun locked. Jungle said this was my plan all along. I hacked the Matrix and end this atrocity. Oh shit. Rage quit. No, she'll be back. There she is. There she is.
All right. Sorry, y'all.
All right. All right. I'm gonna put myself back down. I'll give you guys back to 30 seconds. All right. Just in case you didn't hear something she said. All right, fighters, good luck to both of you. Let's get it.
Yeah, so gambling ought to be illegal. Why? Number one, the House always wins, meaning that the odds of actually gaining money or maybe even gaining money to benefit your family in certain circumstances is very slim. In terms of whether or not gambling is beneficial for society, it is not. People spend a lot of time gambling. It's highly addictive. It costs a lot of money. Is there any benefit to even having it around other than entertainment? You can get entertainment in many other ways. Why not take the gambling houses and convert them into better things? Let people spend more time with their families. Let people take the money that they would have spent on gambling
What
and
if they don't
invest
have
it into their
family, though?
families.
What are they? They're allowed to spend their money however they want. If they don't like their family, if they don't want it, if they don't want to be a good person, that's their prerogative. Like, you're allowed to spend your money however you want.
So
And
gambling, like I said, is highly addictive. A lot of people actually end up in
so are
rehab
drugs.
for gambling.
So is lying. So is sex.
That's a false
Lots of things are
formative.
addictive.
So sex
Just 'cause
doesn't
it's
bankrupt
addictive
you.
doesn't mean
Sex doesn't bankrupt you.
uh,
Lying doesn't bankrupt.
but it's totally avoidable too. So if you know it's addictive, you know you have addictive personality, don't do it. Don't
So that's
don't
easy
go
enough
the
to say.
races.
If that
Don't-
was true, if people could just turn that off TV,
They
then the people
do.
wouldn't be addicted to crack.
They do. A lot of people just turn it off.
That's
They
okay.
They don't even engage. They don't go to Vegas. They can just stop. Like, you can addiction. Like, if you're an addict, are you an addict forever? Is that always true? I don't think
That
so.
addictive personalities are a lifelong thing. Actually, there's a reason why
Well,
when
so-
people go into
so
Alcoholics Anonymous, they
once
can't drink anymore.
you-
They stop drinking.
Well, I mean, the survival of our alcoholism is very low. The survival of gambling, you can survive gambling. You just
Can you
will be
survive it?
homeless.
Actually, if
You'll
things
just
get bad enough
be
with your,
destitute.
can I? You just let me know when I can go.
Go ahead.
if things get bad enough with gambling where you're actually bankrupt, you can lose your family. You can get into a state of life that nobody would want. It can cause depression. It can cause you to want to unalive and other horrible things that can only be achieved by the lowest state of life.
People want to unalive themselves for lots of reasons.
So
It's
why
not just
increase the
gambling.
odds?
It's not just you can have a very good life and still want to unalive yourself. You can have lots of things can go wrong,
So
and your
why-
family can become
why add to
destitute.
that?
And also, your family has other members in it that can help take care of themselves. Like,
Okay, so just
if you
leave
if
people
you don't
family-less?
want to, if you can't control yourself enough to take care of your family, that's your prerogative. Like, lots of people abandon their families for lots of reasons, and not just gambling.
So we're going to
Gambling
encourage
should-
more
I don't
of
think it
that.
should be illegal. You should be
And then we're
able
just
to
gonna leave
spend
them
your money
alone.
however you want. And it's entertaining, and there's skill involved in gambling. There's skill involved
The
in
skills that are beneficial. How?
it's a lot of math. I mean, if you want to, it's
show me
skills.
one person that got better at math because of gambling.
Oh, plenty of people.
Like who?
I don't. Why? I mean, when I was
Name
learning
one
how to
person.
horse bet, I had to learn some math and have to learn how to like calculate how much you get, etc. It's it's money, so it's
Do
all
you like
math.
gambling?
I think it should be legal. I think gambling. I think playing poker
Have you ever
is
put
fun.
too much money? Did you ever spend too much money?
No,
when you
I
were
don't.
born on gambling?
No,
Sure.
because I'm not
Sure.
stupid. Like, it's not my fault.
You know what else is really common at gambling houses? Alcohol. Do you know what alcohol makes people more likely to do?
Yeah.
Make bad decisions.
That should be
Yeah.
legal too. I
Well,
don't think
I'll-
we should illegalize fun. I mean, you should.
I'm not illegalizing
bet-
fun. I'm getting rid of a useless temptation.
But
that
if you're
bankrupt
playing-
people
but
because
it
it's set
doesn't
up
make
for
it-
people to lose.
Some people, if they're really good at a game, that's their life. If you're really
Your
good at
life is
mahjong,
gambling?
that's your life.
Okay, but most games aren't rigged against you in such a way like gambling is.
How is it rigged against you?
The house deliberately sets up like games in a gambling house to
So if you can
its
never
advantage.
win, why do people keep doing it?
Because they'll set it up so you'll win here and there small amounts, and you'll spend more money. Tell me the last
So
time
many
that you
people stop when they win a
Do
small. You
most
can also
people-
win a
do
large
most
amount.
people do that?
You can also win a large
Do
amount.
most
It has
people
to be
do
that
that?
way. It
Do
has to be
most
that way,
people
or
do
people
that?
wouldn't come to your gambling establishment. Some people like the stakes. The stakes is an adrenaline rush. Some people like roller coasters. Some people like high stakes gambling. And if you have the means to do it, you earn that money. You can spend it however you want.
Great. Don't spend
You're
it
trying
on
to
family or
say
productive
it's
things. Spend
illegal
it on
how to spend
gambling.
your money.
Spend it on game. Do you know what the
And-
actual relation to game probability is in a game like let's say
The
craps?
probability is part of the game. The probability is part of the game.
So the average odds of winning on craps are 49.3. On American Roulette, it's 47.4. On Baccarat, it's 44.6. And on
those
Video
are
Poker, it's
decent-
99.5.
those are decent
with perfect
odds.
play. With
Those are
perfect
decent
play.
odds. You play to win. You're just playing.
That's
you know?
less than 50-50 odds.
It's why it's called it playing.
If I told you, if I told you tomorrow
if
that you got
take
in
it
a
too
car,
seriously, then
just a second. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to engage with this hypothetical. If I told you tomorrow that if you made an investment on something, that there would be a 44% chance that you would win, would you make that investment? That you would
Yeah.
get money? Sorry.
yeah, it's
A
close to 50.
44%
It's
chance.
close to 50.
Okay, so let's up
If
the
I was
fun.
in a
Would you
surgery,
put $1
it's
million
somebody
on
said
it?
it was 44%.
Would you put
chance
$1
of
million
winning.
on
Yeah.
it?
What?
Would you put $1 million on it?
If I had $1 million, yeah.
You put it on. Okay, great. So, and you think that the only reason that a person should be able to do that is because it feels good, right?
I mean, money is
'Cause
just
it's fun.
energy. Money is just energy. If you cut easy come, easy go. If I
Okay.
get $1 million easily, then yeah, I would totally put
Okay.
$1 million on it.
So if a person can have intercourse with their brother and they want to because it makes them feel good, should they be able to?
Intercourse is not the same as money. Intercourse with your brother has a direct consequence in making genetically inferior children.
But it feels
Gambling,
good.
you can
If it
always
feels
gain
good
more
for that
money.
person.
You
If
can
they think it
always
feels
get
good for
money.
some weird reason because they're fucked up in the head,
But you
should they
can
be able to
always
do
get
it?
more money. Like, it's just money, dude. You can always get more money. It's not. It's not.
We're promoting
incest.
degeneracy. So you're
It's not
saying that this is
incest,
different.
though.
It's not different. Okay, it's not different.
Any
You're saying that we should
degeneracy-
allow it because thing feels good.
It's not
What
a.
if people
It's
think
not a
becoming
10
immoral
command.
feels
It's not a
good?
commandment. You shouldn't gamble. It's just
So,
money.
okay, do
like,
you believe in
that's the
Christian
devil's
ethics? You're going to
currency.
apply
Give
Christian ethics to
whoever-
everything?
If the devil wants to, if you want to play with money, like whatever, like it's
Whatever.
yeah.
Do you have any moral worldview? Like, what's your
Sure.
How do you determine what's right or wrong?
I think if gambling becomes a stumbling block for you and you can't, and your life is falling apart because of it, sure. But
you think
there
that
are
a
plenty of
person
people
in
who
the
can
throes of
control
gambling
themselves
addiction can
drinking
make that
alcohol.
determination?
They can control themselves gambling. They can control themselves, on how much they spend. They have their priorities straight. Like we shouldn't have, like, we don't have to babysit everybody.
Okay,
It's
so
not-
you think that a
it's not
person in the
realistic.
throes of gambling addiction can make that decision?
We can't predict
You think they're
anybody,
gonna
everybody
save
who has an
themselves? Like the
addiction.
crackhead
If
that's,
they have
like,
addiction,
2
we
hits
don't.
away
that
from
we should.
ODing.
It's not up to us to babysit them.
Hey, shut up, women, shut up. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna solo
Thank you.
judge this and Speakeasy. I am fatalicizing both of their asses. You both got to go. Thanks for your prattle. Good job, or whatever the fuck you want to
Alright,
call
cool.
it. ABG, you did good tonight. Appreciate you.
Mommy
but
issues.
So you're gonna solo judge one and fatality the other?
Yeah, because he's scared. He's
All
scared
right,
that
who wins?
we might
Who
even
wins?
Who's
win.
scared? I'll whoop
You
that
are.
ass, and I'm not
You
even
are.
a debater.
You scared that one of us might win.
All right, so who
You're
won
scared
the
to-
1v1? So the other one
You're
will
like,
go
oh no, they're
first.
intelligent. We can't listen to them.
AVG won fucking hands down.
AVG won,
Yeah.
but I give her props for that little bullshit she just did for the last 3 rounds of school. She did. I'll give it to you.
Thank you,
even
sir.
though, you're an undercover feminist.
It's
It's
just
all
his
good.
sport to.
But
No,
yeah,
you're right. I have a
Diss
master's
on
degree in
us.
W's in the chat for the
Well, we'll
ladies.
start here then. TV, tell everyone in the chat where they can find you and why they should bring you back for another shot at the $600 prize.
I don't have a channel or anything. You can find me hanging out.
Because she needs
On
a
the
better
chat.
camera. Look at this shit.
Yeah, I know.
Let
Look
her
at
do the
camera, this
outro,
thing,
let her
like,
do the
Literally
outro.
losing pixels.
Let her do the outro,
You
guys.
can bring
Come
me
on.
back because to prove that you're not scared of me. Not scared
True.
of women. Like,
Oh,
come on.
let's go. Tell them. Hey, always a pleasure having you. And if they bring you back, you're more than welcome. And until
all right,
then,
thank you, Speakeasy.
my friend.
Fatality.
Another soul added to the safe of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby. And for the fatality, AVG, tell everybody in the chat where we can find you and why they got to bring you back for another shot at the $600 prize.
Yeah, you can find me. My name is at ABG, uppercase ABG, lowercase female debater. I have my own debate show. Not like this, but I do debates. I also have like little panels and whatnot occasionally, and I also review content. So catch me there. I got my own channel. Yay!
Let's fucking go. Always a pleasure having you. And if they bring you back, you're more than welcome. And until then, my friend.
Finisher. Fatality.
Another soul added to the save of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby. Before we move on to anything, just want to do little quick reminders here. Chat, here's your moves list. If you weren't here to take a screenshot of it earlier, go ahead, take yourself a screenshot of that. And also, if you're like, oh man, but I want you to just listen, just keep in mind everybody has this option just before anyone, right? So if you want to get your 1v1 in before one that's lined up, if you do it through PayPal or Cash App, you can bump the line. But other than that, you're gonna have to be in line for the 1v1s, just so everyone knows. All right. Because if you're sitting here like, oh man, I gotta wait to even put a 1v1 in. Well, if you wanna get it ahead of one of the planned 1v1s that Jungle's been laying on us, you have to send it through Cash App or PayPal. It's the only way. And we already have a 1v1, just so everyone knows, okay? And first,
of course we do.
Before we do the 1v1, we must activate something else first.
I don't think so.
Welcome back from the grave. Let's fucking go. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you didn't say anything. You're so quiet.
I gave a thumbs up. What? I'm here. What do you want me to be loud? You want me to interrupt you now?
Thumbs
No,
up.
okay. Welcome to the Verbal Combat Show. I am now here because he didn't want me. It was too. I was too quiet for Speakeasy. A thumbs up was not good enough.
That's too. That's better. That's more average.
Better.
But we got a 1v1 lined up. Wait a minute. Next. Wait, then that means there's 2 revivals. Oh shit! Hold up. I didn't read it fully. That's why I wasn't paying attention. There's another revival here. Hold up. I didn't read it fully. There's another revival.
I don't think so.
Teriyaki once again. Back from the grave.
He's like, I'm gonna dump these bitches and bring on the men.
Let's fucking go. And
You're
now,
muted, you fuck.
I don't know about men.
That
but
fucking woman prattled before and then during it. I was like, oh dear lord. Thank you. Thank you, good sir.
and then we got a 1v1, boys.
Time for 1v1.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be so high tier. He's muted too. You see, he's not even.
Fuck's sake, unbelievable.
This topic is just, I mean, I don't even know where we're gonna go with this. Aliens are avoiding us because one human microwaves steaks.
What do you think, Covers?
You want me to pick?
It's up to you, buddy.
And this, I don't want to say aliens are avoiding us because one human microwave steaks.
I know it's a wild topic. Xavier, this just
What do you
caught
wanna
my
say,
eye.
though?
I just had to read this because this caught my eye. Why isn't it letting me highlight though? That's so weird. Oh, there we go. Hey y'all, hopefully this is a safe space.
The fuck it is!
Nah, bro. Came to the wrong spot, dog.
Came to the wrong thing. Okay.
Just safe
Please
the safe space,
respect.
bro. Here,
I
I'll show you
mean-
the safe space. I'm working on it, though. Here, hold up. Let me show you all really quick while you're thinking about that. Or if you want to say it, go ahead. But watch this. Let me show you. Where is it?
I mean, which one do you want is the real question, Teriak.
I could do either. I could do either.
You can do you okay, so you won't think the aliens are avoiding us
Hard to
because
see
one
these little
human
fucking
micro-sized
squares.
microwave steak.
Oh, yeah, this is the right picture.
Ambitious
So,
subject.
What? What's that?
sorry. Go ahead. You guys go first, and then I'll show you in a second.
Yeah, okay, then I'll
Yeah,
take the negative.
Okay, so you guys are doing this topic?
Yeah.
Wait, is there any other topics available?
I mean, I didn't think you guys would actually do this. So it's
I
fine.
mean-
I'm just asking. I mean, this is what Jungle wants the forced topic to be, but I mean,
You said you could do either or.
I can do either or. I can do either
Okay,
or.
then
So,
aliens are avoiding us because one human microwave steaks. Let's give him the run for his
Yep.
money.
all right, word. And look, I'll show you what I'm working on. So the other day, yesterday when Rob was debating Casey said Coomdom, like kingdom, but Coomdom, and it just inspired something in me where I was like, I gotta make like a little like art to like go with that. So check this out. This is what I'm working on so far. You guys can be honest with me, okay? So this is what we got so far. All right. So let me move the banner for you so you guys can see. See, we got the king there in the back. He's sitting on the throne. Wait, why is my shit going all slow? I'm gonna have to probably refresh when I go out of here. But yeah, this is the Coomdom. All right. As you see, half of them we got half on the LGBT side, half on the BLM, and they're very big advocates of sex workers too.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle is the king there, the King Cucky. That's his name. King Cucky with the blue hair in the back in the middle there. And then you got Nassau. Yeah, Nassau right here in the green shirt, shocking his dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you got Ryan Shapiro right here with his boxing gloves because he's ready,
Yep.
right? He's gonna box. And then you got the wifeless Zesto here on the right side. It's a work in progress. We're gonna add some more people into the Coomdom. All right, but just
We're
hope
getting
you don't end up on that
we're getting
list, chat. No, I'm just kidding. All right, fighters. Here, yeah, let me put your topic up again. This is going to 5 minutes. There's no out of time, right? Is there? Oh no out of time. This is going to 5 minutes to start. If you guys want to add on a minute, it is $10 to add a minute. It is $60 if you want to be the solo judge. And if we don't get a solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you. Let's get it.
Teriak,
Okay, so
Teriak, what human? Just which one?
it goes by the name of well, I'm gonna blank out his name, but I can tell you his first name begins with the letter J.
Jay. Okay, what's his name?
Yeah. No, I cannot disclose that information
Okay,
to
so-
protect identities, all this kind of stuff.
Okay,
So-
I got a next question for you. Do you think that any
yeah.
human would consider a person or thing that would microwave a steak a human?
I can neither confirm nor deny such claims.
Okay, so
but what I can do,
we
however,
okay,
right?
hold on. If
from-
me and you,
from my
if you
position
hold
here,
on. So
right?
if you come to my house,
no,
right?
like just think about
so
in terms
you
of, like,
wouldn't see that as a
intellect.
human. So like we're perspective,
Yeah.
aliens are
So-
not trying to avoid us because of a subhuman.
Well,
that microwaves
aliens
a
have aliens can be interpreted many different ways. Because, for example, like non-citizens could be treated called aliens in terms of that. So, like,
Sure.
I genuinely think that, like, if we were to kind of use this situation of someone like microwaving a steak as propaganda, I think we could lure away.
It's not actually. It's not actually. No, this is the problem here, because those people from the outside, that the fact that there's even a steak, right? Whether it's microwaved or not,
it would be.
They want to come and get. They want to come in too, and the people that I don't want. All right. So the aliens I don't want. Yeah, the aliens I don't want would come in, right?
Yeah.
Because just the thought of steak, even microwaved.
Yeah.
Is appealing to them because that's better than crickets, right? Now the people I want to get, like the people, the people,
microwave
the alien. Hold on,
microwave.
the aliens I want to get, like from like let's say northern region aliens, they don't like microwave steak, and that's the ones that we want.
No. You completely misunderstand it. Like, for example, like there's certain meats that like certain populations. Like,
Okay, so do you? Okay, I have a question for you.
If
I presented
like I said, but we can.
If I presented you with a cockroach, or if I presented you with a cockroach or a microwave steak, which one would you eat?
Because
you only had two choices.
I guess it
a
would be an
cockroach,
indication of
or
intelligence
I'm
if there's no
asking
ethical
you,
principle applied
would you eat
in
the
terms of
cockroach or the
microwave
microwave steak? Would you eat the cockroach or the microwave steak?
Neither. I'd just fast. To be honest,
So you
like,
die.
in terms
So,
of my-
but all that's
well, no,
left.
you wouldn't die. Hang on a second. Fasting doesn't mean you die.
Okay,
right?
okay, but
So
here's the
it's-
thing.
So again, so now I answered your question.
I have a
you
question.
answer
No.
mine. Yeah.
All you have left
no.
is.
What are you talking about?
Sure.
Questions. I need
Again,
answers.
Finish,
okay?
well, answer my question.
When you
and
look
and
at,
then
let's say, like, it being
rightfully
related to
answer my
intellect,
rightfully
right?
answer my question,
in
and I'll
terms
answer
of
yours.
getting to the point of
Rightfully
microwaving a
answer my
steak,
question,
would you
I'll
say
answer
that would be
yours.
a high intellect move to make?
To microwave your steak again. That's why we don't want those people here.
Yeah, but what if they're residential? What if they're citizens?
Again, even if we have the one person that's doing it, and then you want to promote
Yeah, but use this
that,
propaganda to
hold
say,
on.
yeah, we're just a bunch of
No,
low
but
IQ,
what you're
even though
doing
we're
is
not
they
low
won't
IQ,
see that as
but we're like,
propaganda.
we'll
They'll
pretend
see
to
that
be
the
thing, and then we can
low
just tell them.
IQs will see that
because
as
I don't want
a
to be around a
blessing.
bunch of low IQ.
No,
You know what I
but
mean?
the low IQs will see that as a blessing and want to come in.
No.
Yes. That's what we're trying
No.
to say. That's why we want the high northern IQ aliens.
No.
Yes.
Because they're not going to respect that. You know what I mean? They're going to.
So you want people to
come in and
you
they'll
want
say,
you want
yeah, no,
you-
we'll
you
like
want
this poor
respect.
guy,
So you want
microwaving a steak. We'll make the place better. You know what I'm
so
saying?
you want people you
We
want
play the
people,
old empathy
you want
card.
people to
You know what I'm
respect
saying?
the,
Yeah.
Oh, you want people to respect the steak.
No, they're supposed to.
Okay, now,
the
I
aliens
answered
that you
your
want
question.
are going to say no.
Now
We'll
answer
come
my
in and
question.
we'll actually.
If you had a
didn't answer my
cockroach-
question.
No, I did. I did. So
No, you didn't,
cockroach
motherfucker. See
or
the way he's
steak?
smiling? He didn't answer the question. He just
Cockroach or
rickrolled the
steak?
whole audience right there. You know what I'm saying?
Cockroach or steak?
Steak. I'd go for the steak. Yeah.
Thank you. See, so that's better than what some of those aliens have right now, and that would be enticing for them to have a microwave steak. Point proven. You concede that.
Yeah, but you turn them off the steak if you
again-
microwaved it. Hang on a second. Your question was steak or cockroach. I said steak.
Oh,
Never said
okay,
anything about
so-
microwaving the steak.
okay.
Okay,
so
you see, you got to be careful, Avarice.
okay,
So,
so
like,
you're
obviously,
saying-
yeah, with the steak, but once
Okay,
we show,
so you're gonna say,
once we
you're
show
gonna take a
the
microwave.
individual
Okay,
microwaving
so you're gonna
the
take the
steak,
okay.
then that
When
would
it's
turn them off.
microwaved,
They'd
then
be like, how could you do
when it's
such a thing?
microwaved, when it's microwaved, then you're gonna eat the cockroach.
No,
No,
I'd
you're gonna
pick
still eat the steak.
and then
You
you went
still
to
eat the steak,
microwave.
yeah.
I'd be like, you know what? Give me neither.
I'm gonna let it get up to 6
But all
minutes.
you have
see if
is
we
the
have a
two.
solo judge.
That's all you got.
Which
One
mean,
or the
you
other.
guys do- You clearly have another
That's
microwave as well, Tash, which means you have
No,
to have
you're
electricity.
gonna
There's
you're
a lot
gonna
of stuff
be
you're presupposing
no,
here.
you're gonna be in a
Avarice.
box. You're gonna be left in a box,
In
and
a
all you're gonna
box?
get is a
Am I
microwave
living in a
steak
cardboard
and a
box?
cockroach. Which one are you gonna eat?
Ladies, calm down. Damn, you're
What-
worse than women.
What do you mean?
What's wrong with steak? Even a shitty steak is still fucking better than bugs. I don't know why you
Yeah,
guys are hating on
That's
it.
gonna
we're-
entice them to
I
come
was
over.
gonna say like we're
Bro,
this
microwave
fucking
it?
bug thing.
Like throw a
The
bunch of
cockroach would
cockroaches in.
probably live. Just saying, you know. because we don't.
They'll
know
probably
That'd be like eating
live.
cardboard, bro.
Okay, so you would rather eat a cockroach than a microwave steak?
I'd rather we not microwave steaks.
Like
That's the
again,
core principle. That's why,
What-
like
what-
I said,
what
like,
about
superior,
poor people?
superior intellect
Real
takes
quick,
one
boys,
look at that.
I'm putting the poll into the chat right now. Chat, if you don't see the poll, make sure you hit that refresh so you do see the poll, okay? If you would like to vote for this man right here, you're voting for Avarice on the poll. And if you'd like to vote for this man right here, you're voting for Teriak on the poll. Chat, get your votes in right now. Starting that timer up. You got 2 minutes.
So even poor people, if
So,
poor
one
people
sec,
only have
Tyler,
a
shut the fuck
microwave-
up.
No,
God
if they
damn
only have
Canadians,
a
bro.
if they only
Jesus
have a
Christ.
microwave and shitty
I already got the rope
that's
around my neck. Let me get my final thoughts
Yeah,
out, motherfucker.
exactly.
Okay. So when you look at like to attract high IQ people, like to have something like the situation of, you know, someone microwaving a steak, that's not exactly high IQ. So if you want to attract high IQ, you gotta act high IQ. You know what I'm saying?
What if you're poor?
Exactly. Avarice doesn't have a counter argument, ladies
What do you
and
mean?
gentlemen. I rest
What do you
my
mean?
case.
He's the one talking to
Judge,
you.
jury,
If you
and
want me,
executioner.
what are you talking about? Because I'm not engaging with your stupid hypothetical that
if
Stupid
somehow you
hypothetical
think that
stuff.
if we put a poster someone microwaving a steak that's not going to bring in the wrong type of people that actually want the microwave steak
Yeah,
because they
So the
prefer
aliens
that over
we
the
want-
cockroach.
Yeah, the
No,
aliens
so
that
that's
we
going
want
to bring
aren't
in so
coming
you
into the
can't
country
propaganda
because
against.
motherfuckers are
So it's not
microwaving
bringing
steaks.
it's
Y'all
not
should be ashamed
actually
of
bringing.
yourselves.
It's not actually bringing it's not actually giving the aliens
You
away.
just
They're
argued
actually
against
coming
yourself,
in.
baby.
No,
What are you
I would
talking
rather-
about?
I
You
would
don't
rather
want
the person
people
that has a
microwaving
microwave-
steaks.
No,
I would rather
again-
them
agree with my
microwave
point.
steaks than someone that
They're
Thank you,
going
sir.
to come
bug
in.
burgers. Why would you want someone that makes bug burgers?
Yes,
I'll
the
take-
high IQ aliens are not
I'd
coming
rather-
into the
I'd
country
I'd rather
because
burn a
we've got
pile of
motherfuckers microwaving
cockroaches
steaks.
Can
and
we
use
just
the
address
fleas as the fuel to cook a steak?
Can we just address the alien in the room? The alien in the room, not the elephant. Don't you see Are You Crazy's picture? That says everything.
Now, there's no way that all the aliens are being dragged away and staying away because of one steak being
You
microwaved.
know, that's my point.
And-
If you
and
want
what
to attract
man?
high
What's the
IQ
man?
aliens,
And
you
what's
don't
the
want
name
to
of this
project
man?
as though. Yeah,
What's
you
the
don't
name
want to project. You don't want to project as though you're microwaving
What's the name of
steaks.
this
That's not high
man?
IQ.
What if it's me?
What's the name
What
of
if
this man?
What if it's me? Okay, I microwave steaks because I'm fucking poor. In fucking
Can you-
Teriak's world,
That
it's
actually
like,
doesn't help my argument. Can you please stop? Stop.
No, exactly.
You
You see what I'm
microwave steak
saying,
doesn't help my
Tyler?
argument. Can you just
You
stop
just bring
right
people
now?
down, man. It's-
A tie on the ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen, which means we're into a
Every time.
rematch.
Every time, Teriak.
It's time for a rematch.
Your might.
Gentlemen, let's get everyone else into the back here.
Toasty.
All right, let me get that timer stopped and restarted. All right, so chat, this right here is a rematch. So rematches have no added time to them. Okay, this one here is going to 6 minutes. Wait, is that what we do for rematches? Is it 6 minutes? Yeah, because the semifinals is 8. Yeah, 6 minutes for the rematch. All right. If you want a solo judge, you still can. Okay. Solo judge is 60, but there's no added minutes for this one. And if we don't get a solo judge, it's going to go to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you.
Bro, we haven't done the topic yet.
Oh, you don't want to do the same one? Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Give me a chance here. Give me a fighting chance.
That's fair. Okay. Hold up. Let me give you a different one here. Let me give you a different one. I'm gonna try and find one here. This is my spice list. Let me see if I can find one that you guys might actually be on the opposite sides of. Where do you guys stand on we ought to abolish jury trials?
Yeah, I'm for getting rid of it, but I can stand on either side.
I'll go against.
Against?
Yeah. Average is laughing like he's like, "Oh, are you sure about it?" Oh shit, this guy. All right. Oh wait, I forgot I had to drop some hot bars on you before this started.
Really understand this about life. This is life gonna start. This is where life is gonna live in. Gonna start to see the sky, gonna sing it. Gonna see the sky, the stick and nothing singing. Gonna see the sky singing. I run to try to sing it. I run to see the singing. I run to get it in. Really good. This is life is gonna this is life. And this is why it's gonna life is gonna this is work. And I'm gonna make this work.
Bars. Bars. All right, listen. Chat one more time. Going to 6 minutes. No added time. You can still solo judge for 60, and if we get no solo judge, it goes to the chat poll, and the loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to the both of you. Let's get it.
Look, we can't trust people that don't understand ethics to make decisions on if people should go to prison. This is what we do currently is we just pick random people that use their feelings instead of actual judgment to judge people with no knowledge of actual ethics or American law. We could just let the judge do his job.
So, what Avarice doesn't realize is that he's actually on trial right now. Are we not on trial right now, Avarice?
No.
Isn't the chat or the solo judge going to decide whether or not who wins and who loses in this dialogue today? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to put forward the case that you remain your right to control the outcome of these jury trials, because
you're not controlling. Again, we don't control the outcome.
Moral.
Not everybody can listen. We don't control the outcome. Hold on, we don't control the outcome. Hold on. Wait, stop before you poison the well. Okay, you're just gonna keep talking. Okay, keep going.
I'm not allowed to get. Hey, I gave you time to speak.
Well, I'm just trying to. I'm not letting you poison the well. I'm not gonna let you poison the well here. I'm not going to let you poison the well. So you're saying that I can
poison the well? How am I poisoning the well?
Because right now the way hold on, because the way that you worded it is that I can just go. The way you worded it is I can just walk right into trial and I can go cast a vote on his judgment. Can I do that? Can I just go walk into a courthouse and go cast my vote?
Chat. Is that not what it comes down to?
Can I do that? Can I just walk into a courthouse?
Chat? Or would you like a solo
that's what the chat can do. The chat can come in here at any time. This has nothing to do with being a jury. So what we're trying to say is that they have no knowledge of the actual ethics.
Have the final say whether who wins, who loses.
Keep going.
The argument today.
Just keep going because you know that you're fucking wrong.
How am I wrong?
Okay, because what happens is what you're saying is that
he's saying he's wrong. That there's a solo judge going to determine this, and like I said,
I'm saying you're wrong. Now you're not going to let me finish. Okay, are you going to let me speak?
Because
you're going to let me speak? Are you going to let me speak?
Free.
Okay, go ahead. Are you going to let me speak? Okay, because what you're doing is you're correlating the chat here with anybody that can come in here and cast a vote, opposed to a specifically carved out jury that's picked out by two lawyers.
And I trust chat, but you don't. That's what you're saying. That's fundamentally what you're trying to say.
They don't correlate.
Is that you don't trust chat.
I'm going to do what Steelborn says. That's a category error.
No, they don't correlate. What we're arguing
they don't
philosophically
correlate.
Speaking.
No, so what we're saying here is when you're judging somebody that breaks the law, you should have somebody that understands the law. and understands the ethics behind it.
Yes,
the jury
and
does not.
As a nation, should we not have people who are able to determine that and trust said people based on reason?
In Washington State, what's the law for jaywalking?
Like I said, I'm not familiar with the law. That's why I'm going philosophical.
But you're not
root of
familiar with the
issue.
law, but we're going to put you on jury.
I can learn the law, yeah.
In Washington State, what's the
But does the law
highest
determine
fine
what is
penalty
moral?
for throwing a brick through the window?
Does the law determine what is moral?
What are you talking about? What is moral? Here,
Yes.
we're talking about what is the law.
Like,
the law doesn't
for example,
the law doesn't
the
cover
law-
morality.
The law,
the law doesn't
says
cover
that
morality.
OJ is innocent
And he is.
under the eyes of the law.
No, he is. Can you prove it?
I don't want to go into a legal.
No, I
battle
actually,
here.
I actually defend
because
this.
fundamentally-
OJ
yeah.
Simpson is innocent. I've actually defended this multiple times.
Yes,
you just walked
we
yourself.
could
You just walked
sidetrack-
yourself.
we
No,
could
you just walked
sidetrack-
yourself
yeah,
into a
we
fucking
could sidetrack,
haymaker
yeah.
here.
But what I'm saying
OJ
is,
Simpson is
does-
innocent
yeah,
by the court of
Okay.
law.
yeah.
You
by the law.
and
That's
your
what I've
jury
been
put
saying.
him there.
Is
Your jury put him
law
there.
Moral is law morality.
So here's the answer. We shouldn't have done that.
Is law morality?
If it was the judge would have just let the thing go. Would have just put that asshole behind bars.
Yes. So you want my system?
So no, I want the
You want
the
a jury
legal,
trial.
The legal
You want
system,
a jury trial, Alvarez.
The
You're
legal
the one that
system
said he's innocent.
that already
And because we have
appeals.
jury trials, ladies and
The
gentlemen,
law already
a
appeals.
great, respectable man of the community is free because of
Again-
a jury trial.
Again,
exactly, Alvarez.
this is your statement because
So
of
even
your
if I
pick.
grant your argument, Alvarez, I'm still right.
This
'cause
is
you agree
your
with me.
again because this is your statement because of your pick. Because you allow people that don't understand ethics and people that don't understand the law, then people like
Well,
OJ can go
as you
free.
admitted, yeah. And you said
And so
he's
now,
a free man. He should be a
yeah,
free man. He's an
because
innocent
now
man.
that's the
yeah.
because you did
You
it.
agree with my system.
No, because you did it.
Yes.
No, it's not because I agree with your system. It's because I'm not going to
Yes.
sit. Again,
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna when people
Can I
are
get an
bitching.
amen?
I'm not sitting here and bitching when the system is done, right? But whenever we're sitting here saying what ought to be done,
The system's a jury trial, and the
All
outcome
right.
is what you wanted.
no, what I'm saying is what ought to be done here is we ought to remove the jury and just let the people, the educated system, do its job. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, but you would have gotten an innocent man behind bars in your
Again,
system.
OJ Simpson in the reality
your own words,
isn't
he's an innocent
OJ
man.
Simpson by reality isn't innocent.
Welcome back.
Follow the law.
Avarice is 100%
You just said
right.
it was.
But by
Terry
reality,
Atkins is
he's
fucking
not.
out of control. He's appealing to
What you mean
fucking
by reality?
fallacies and
So we already have a solo judge on this one.
Yeah, I pieced the chat too much though. It was a good move though. Like, let's be real, that was a good move.
He's appealing to
and
woo-woo
What
nonsense.
is your decision on the solo judge?
Well, honestly, the best argumentation is going to catch this win. Avarice put forth one of the greatest arguments in the history of verbal combat just now. But he needs to go play some Rust, so we're going to keep Terminator around. He's the winner.
My man. My man.
Let's go. He's like, I need to let Avarice go play some Rust. He's out here banging shit out. Let's go, Avarice. You know, it's always a pleasure having you. Tell everybody in the chat where they can find you.
You can find me usually at the end of Normal America with Rob Nord with the whip songs. And I have a small little short channel I've been told to promote a little bit. So the link can get dropped whenever. All right. Enjoy.
Let's fucking go. Always a pleasure. If they bring you back, you know you're more than welcome. And until then, my friend.
You are so
Fatality.
Another soul added to the safe of souls. And that's how it goes on Verbal Combat Friday, baby. And before we get into this next 1v1, let's bring up the next two in line there.
Brutality. Get over here! You will never win. This is verbal combat!
Original Vintage, welcome to the show.
You see my nipples.
Oh, you're muted. And Chris Lestrange.
Verbal Combat Friday!
Let's fucking go.
What's
Welcome to the show. Let's go. And we got another 1v1. Remember, chat, a lot of these 1v1s are lined up. So if you want to put yourself, because these came through Rumble Rant. So if you want to be able to bump yourself up ahead, but then he can return the favor and bump himself up again. But just saying, if you want to bump yourself up ahead of the lineup here, the Cash App and PayPal 1v1s will be prioritized.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I doubt I'm in one of the upcoming 1v1s. So I want to say, can I say a couple of things? I mean, if I am, tell me and I'll hang, but I doubt that I am. I want to say a couple things. Jungle, I'm watching this. I'm analyzing this whole thing. Speak had a vision of how this game works. This is a game. It's a really complex game that this guy thinks up. And he was trying to make it work correctly, in and out, back and forth. You come in, you're out. There, you know that you're the one. You're making it function, and
Premonition, I've been very disappointed in your debating tonight. I just want to let you know. Let me just let you know that.
I'm a terrible debater. I mean, I'm actually good at the things I know. Again, those are mainly the sciences, but I was angry with the woman that left anyway. But back to Jungle is making this game work how it's supposed to, in and out, back and forth. You go to the back, you come back up. The whole thing is working how he envisioned it to work. It's really wonderful watching this thing come together this way.
Well,
So,
I appreciate the kind words, but let me just say one quick thing. I'm just a little troll. I'm not anybody. I'm just having a little fun. I'm hoping that it's interesting for the chat. I'm glad that it is. Some people don't like it, but whatever. Fuck them. Speakeasy put together a truly envisioned plan. It's all props to him. I have nothing to do with this. I'm just having a good time.
I know, I understand. He did put it together, but you were the catalyst that made it start going back and forth the way I've been watching. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. You guys are wonderful. But I'm going to pull out of here, make room for other people. Because
gonna pull out.
Oh God!
You never pull out. You have America today, God damn it!
I've been living like a nun for 45 years, so I'll ignore that whole statement. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. I adore you all. And
Thank
we'll see
you.
Next time up. Yeah, I'll keep watching. But Jungle, yeah, I know.
Always
You're
a
also
pleasure
very
having you.
humble man. So, and Speak, you're incredible. And so is your
Thank you.
beautiful wife.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so we'll talk to you guys later.
Later. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
All the best.
everybody.
Have a good one,
night.
Prem.
You
Does
know
she
what
know
then?
this? Does
Why
she know the
before
show
we
has been
start
around
the next
forever? dude?
1v1, whoever's next in line, Tiny, bring them up too.
speak. Has she watched the old episodes? Like, this show's been around forever, even before
This is verbal combat. Brutality. Get over here. You will never win. This is verbal combat.
Maverick from Top Gun. I mean, Steelborn. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm representing Top Gun tonight.
Oh, okay, sorry. He's a Hell's Angels member. Welcome to the show. Shit.
What am I, the fucking Hell's Angels water boy?
Yeah.
people that wear sunglasses on Verbal Combat is gay.
You're in
Just so
apprenticeship.
that you know.
That's the guy wearing colored lipstick and purple.
Does it look like I'm wearing lipstick? Does it look like I'm wearing lipstick?
It does look like you're wearing lipstick.
Yeah. Gave you a pop of smoke.
Your lips are like dark blue.
All right, we got a 1v1.
Oh wow! Look at that lipstick, hey! Look at that lipstick. I can just turn it off. Ah, fucking.
That's really impressive. I'm very like.
Yeah,
that's
fuck! Can you believe that?
Millions off that. Chicks would love that.
Yeah, amazing, dude.
I was expecting them to break out glow sticks.
Chicks would love that if they could just turn their lipstick on and off, huh?
Fuck yeah, dude.
We got a 1v1 though, boys. Let's get it.
Time for 1v1.
We got Chris Lestrange versus Pseudo Master Chef.
I knew I was coming up sooner.
Let me see. Oh,
Turn my camera off. I can't even fucking see.
oh, this is a crazy topic.
Let's have it.
I've actually, I've been on both sides of this on VK before too. This is a spicy meatball if you get a good one going. U.S. should remove itself from the world stage, aka remove bases outside of U.S.
Ooh.
I'd say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm not a big fan of isolationism. I'm not skilled enough to go the opposite.
Okay, I'll switch. I say yes.